You might want to resume the game. Hello everyone, welcome to Laurence Plays, and it's a Wednesday, I think. Yes, it is indeed Wednesday, so that means we're going to be playing some Factorio with Jen's first factory. And in the last stream, well, things happened. We've built things up a little bit more. There's a little bit of purple science going on up here with the pink lighting effects. And are they being made? I honestly can't tell from here. There's stuff being fed into the machine, so I'm guessing I'm going to assume that they're probably working. And I think we've managed to make some purple science. Yes, there it is down there. So that's working quite nicely. We've also had a little bit of we also had one or two incursions from the local fauna. We've dealt with them so far, but they seem to be coming in from different directions now, and things are starting to get a little bit worrying. We also noticed at the end of the towards the end of the last stream that this iron patch here is down to a mere 184,000, and the coal patch over here is down to 62,000. So those are concerns. And oh, look, here comes a biter attack, sweeping around the round and going in the way that's quite well defended. So we've got, as you may remember, we've got this wonderfully placed lake running up along here, which provides a really good wall. The biters haven't noticed that there's a gap down here, so they're all just running up here, and that means they can then get minced by these turrets here. But because there's a lake there, they can't actually get to the turrets in order to attack them. So all of their attacks are completely futile, like this. That was good timing. Thank you, biters. So this is a really good defensive spot. That's working really, really well for us, except that we now seem to have a few biters coming in from the south as well. So that's a little bit of a concern and something we're going to need to deal with. So let's flick over to Jen's view and see where we go. Right, what are your plans for today?
Well, tackle the resource issue is on the list, as well as expanding to try and get rid of the biters that are coming in from perhaps down there somewhere, and sorting out production issues because we've got some empty belts and gaps and things. So yeah, few plans. Quite how I go about these things, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I might have given her a little bit of advice at the end of the last stream. So the odd slight suggestion as to what she should be thinking about, perhaps. And we'll see how how she gets on with that. Right.
Well, I'm going to start by just getting some research queued up or on the go. Just because we've finished the last one. Right, what have we got here? Weapons, mining, rocket fuel. That one looks interesting. Let's get weapons. Weapons might be very handy.
Okay. It's making the flamethrowers more effective.
Yes. Excellent. Okay, where am I going? Just travelling along the belt. Okay. Let's have a look. So I'm just going to look at my map first of all. There's a few.
Yeah, so you've got.
We're guessing that they're coming from down this sort of.
Yeah, that nest seems to be probably... Well, there's definitely attacks coming from there, and those are the ones that are... I think they're running more or less due north and going into the little patch of turrets you've got here. So there currently seem to be being... There are certainly biters throwing themselves against those turrets. The nest over to the east, over here, doesn't seem to be in the pollution cloud, so that shouldn't be sending attacks over. The attacks from the north are probably coming from the ones over on the other side of the lake. But that's okay at the moment because they're being dealt with quite happily by the turrets. I do wonder if the one we found at the end of the last stream, the corpses we're looking at just now, whether they came from another nest that spawned in that we can't see at the moment because we haven't been scanning with the radar enough. But it's very hard to tell. So we shall have to, we'll have to go out and deal with them. But the other thing is, yes, you wanted more resources, particularly coal and iron. So you're going to have to go out and get those. And some of them are a bit, and most of the patches we found are a little bit bitery, should we say?
So it's how I deal with biters. So we've got a patch of coal down there.
Yeah,
we've
but
got our crude oil down here.
But that nest there is quite close by, so I suspect if you try and mine that copper patch, it's going to get some attention, shall we say?
Yeah. Coal patch.
Coal patch, yes.
And then iron. That's a big bit of iron down there, but that's like surrounded by about 5 nests.
Yeah. So again, might need to. Yeah, you might need to find some way of dealing with the biters, shall we say?
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Yes. What No Guard says.
What have I got? What have I got that'll deal with biters?
Yeah, so you've got some weaponry. You have already dealt with some biters, so it's not a completely unknown situation. You just need.
Yeah, I've just never gone looking for it.
Yes, yes, that's the part that's going to be new and exciting, and perhaps a slight challenge. I'm intrigued to find out what the defender capsules are like. Because as I say, I've never actually used them, and so I don't know if they're any good. Also, why have I got some copper ore in my
grenades? Are grenades any good for biter? I mean,
kind of. They're relatively short range because I guess you have to throw the things, but they do quite a lot of damage to. They do quite a lot of damage to the spawners, particularly, I think.
Spawners? Are they the little the
things that create the biters? Yes. The things that spawn biters, in fact, hence the name.
Biters, okay. So, are these worth... Where am I going? I'm going places. Interesting. Running along a belt for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, I can't imagine how you got onto that belt.
I feel like you probably can. Yes, you're doing. Stop it. Causing chaos.
I would say sorry, but I'm not really. So, you know.
You're not. No. And off I go on a
whirlwind adventure.
Okay. Just sit on a belt the whole time. Okay, right. Let's. Is it worth pocket crafting things for this or not?
Would you like to be more specific with your question? It's probably worth having
capsules, grenades.
It's probably worth having a little bit of a plan before you set off and decide to have an idea of what you're hoping to do, and then sort of see how it goes from there. See if the plan goes well.
I'm thinking I'm gonna need flamethrowers and grenades to attack a nest. That would, in my head, be the things that I'd probably need the most of these things are here.
Okay.
And the defender capsule, is that more for? I don't really know what that does either.
No, I mean I know it pops out a robot that will sort of try and be helpful for you in a sort of combat kind of way, but I'm not sure exactly what they do. No guard is suggesting if you are taking grenades, you should take quite a lot of them. Now, if you may or may not remember, you had a machine making grenades earlier for your military science, so you might be able to just steal some from there.
Right,
but yeah, you want
let's
to
go
make
and have
sure.
a look at what. So that'll be up here. Don't put on that bell. It's going the wrong way.
Okay, so no guard's saying the
That's
defenders will draw enemy
good.
fire. Well, I suppose that explains the name of them then. So they're more for giving the biters something else to attack, something other than you to attack, rather than for doing actual damage to the biters. I don't actually know, but this seems to be this. Oh, and they do damage as well, apparently. Okay.
Okay.
There is also something else up
you.
here that you could find extremely useful. Hello, Blake. Welcome. 6 minutes behind, catching up nicely. Excellent. We'll see you fairly soon. In fact, the whole point of how I mentioned that the science packs are sort of there to encourage you to make things that by that point you should probably be automating because they're useful. That is definitely very much true for military science as well. So there's definitely some stuff up here that you will find very, very useful.
Where are you? You're up.
Just generally the things that go into the military science, the grey science packs.
Okay. Yeah, so both types of ammo, walls, and grenades.
We're getting bitered again in the south.
What was that?
Biter in the south eating your red circuit productions.
Hey.
Bite.
Leave my red circuits. Leave my red circuits alone. Please.
Oops, explode.
Oh, blimey.
Oop, that was my shotgun.
Well, now I'm stuck.
I've killed it. And also done a little bit of other damage around here as well because I had the shotgun out.
I'm stuck. Right.
So, I don't know if you've noticed, but we seem to be getting some biter attacks in around here. What's that doing? Oh, that's the wrong way around. That is something we probably don't really want. So, given the biters keep getting in down here, it might be a good idea to have some sort of defensive system in this sort of general area, because clearly there is something around here that they don't like that is sort of triggering them to come over and attack this area. So this area seems to, I would say, if we're going to go gallivanting off, it'd probably be a good idea to have some sort of protection around here.
Okay, we ran the wall to here.
Yeah, but I think they're probably coming up this side of the wall. So the wall in its current state is not stopping them.
Mhm. Okay, so we need to do something helpful.
A wall is quite a passive defense and doesn't really do very much on its own. It just sort of stops. The biters can't get through it without eating their way through it, but it doesn't really do all that much.
So the flamethrower turret doesn't look like it's got as much of a range as the gun turrets do.
Really? I thought the flame turret was quite a bit longer. Maybe it's not.
Am I reading it wrong? 2.5 as opposed to...
That's the area of effect. So area of effect is when it hits how much damage. It does splash damage as well as instantaneous damage.
Oh, okay. Range 30 as opposed to range 18. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe it's worth getting some flamethrower turrets on the go.
Flame turrets are quite fun.
Down here.
And quite effective.
So it looks like it's probably worth we're probably going to need quite a few of those, so it's probably worth getting something set up making them.
Yeah, in the long run, you're definitely going to need lots of them.
They only point one way.
Ah, yes, that's true. So
Right.
the flame turret, the bullet turrets can shoot anything within 18 squares of them in any direction. The flame turrets have a 90-degree arc they can attack across, and you can point that in whatever direction you like. Well, north, east, south, or west. But if something's coming from behind them, or if something gets up close to them, they won't be able to attack it. So they have a slightly more limited area of coverage. If you make when you make one, you'll see it'll show you where it can attack when you're placing it. So it'll give you an idea.
Okay. Right. I think it's worth getting some flamethrower turrets on the make. And probably some. What are our gun turret situation like?
I think those were automated. I think they're being made up here. Why am I running? Let's use the map. Yeah, they're being made up here.
Okay.
So we've got a supply of those. There is a box with 611 in it. So that should keep us going for a little while.
Well, okay. Okay. Well, that might be worth a shot for now then, while we get the flamethrowers.
Yeah.
Done. So we can set up a wall of gun turret over here, maybe.
Yeah, that's certainly doable. Oh, another biter attack came in in the north, and those turrets are quite capable of dealing with them, at least for now.
Yeah. Okay. So we need to get some gun turrets. Run.
Yeah, I currently don't have any.
Where were they? Up here?
Yes. A little bit further. Yeah, top of that block to your left. There you go.
Did we forgot? I must have forgotten to put the
Yeah. But if you grab, as you are, I was going to say, if you grab them out of the red area, then you won't end up replacing them and building more of them straight away.
Yeah.
That's a lot of turrets. Now remember, turrets need something to shoot. You can't just put a turret down and expect it to do stuff.
Ammo. How much ammo are we making at the moment?
We are
we've got a few
some.
making.
There's a machine over here making some, and there is currently 1,000 in its box.
Is that this one?
No, although there is red ammo there as well. And red ammo is much better than yellow ammo, but you don't have quite so much of it because you have one machine making it, and you have one machine making the yellow ammo down here. But down and left, yeah, there. At this point, I'd probably personally be tempted to use red ammo in my own gun and yellow ammo in turrets, and with the intent to probably upgrade the turrets at some point. But for now, quantity you can make up for quality of fire with sheer quantity of firepower. At least against the sort of the small and medium biters. Control click to get it all.
It's probably making them. It's making them fairly quickly, but okay. Anyway. Okay, so we've got some.
That's the one regular. Yes, that's one of the 7 habits of highly effective mercenary, or 70 habits of highly effective mercenaries, isn't it?
Right. Where are we going?
I don't know. I'm just going to sort of hover around and try and look useful.
saying we can't expand this lake. Can we, have we got anything to expand the lake?
No,
Are we
you
allowed to
can't.
do
You
that?
can't make
Is that
lakes
something we
bigger.
can
You
do?
can make them smaller, but you can't make them bigger.
Boo. Okay. So I think if we put some here and then run a line up.
Now remember, it's good to have a decent amount of you want your turrets to be able to support each other. So you don't really want to put sort of two turrets in down here like that, because as the biters come in, if the turret, yes, they're blocking the way through, but if you get a large attack, then they might not be able to provide enough firepower to support each other. If instead you put in turrets like this, then any biter that comes running in will be targeted by a larger number of turrets, and therefore will be wiped out a lot more quickly and effectively.
Yeah.
And if you put a wall across the front as well, then it protects them even better. Because then the biters chew on the walls before they chew on the turrets.
Okay. Let's do that. How many walls have we got? Only 17.
Would you like me to head off and get some more walls while you're building? Oh, look, there's a group
Yes,
of them coming up just over to the left.
Oh.
But those are going up to that. Oh, one of them's found some wall to attack. I'll leave him up to you, though. I'm too busy staring where I'm driving to make sure I don't to make sure I don't drive into anything. Right? No, that's not the we press.
Alright. Oh, let's just fix this wall. Okay.
As far as I'm aware, we're not actually building wall anywhere other than the stuff for the science packs, but we'll get that first. Today, Sophia, the goal is the factory must grow, because we don't have. At some point we're going to run out of resources, and we're already a bit short of breathing space. And so Jen is off trying to take the fight to the biters and trying to expand our little empire. There you go. Have an inventory full of wall. In fact, if I steal all this stone, and if I steal all this wood from you, because you don't need that, and give you the wall instead. There we go. That's a bit more useful.
I'm actually getting this.
Now, one thing you're going to find is loading up turrets like this is a real pain. Because you either go along and the smallest, even if you've got an unlimited amount of ammunition in your inventory, the smallest amount you can put in is, I think it is 100, because that's half a stack. You can't go along and just put sort of 10 or 20 into each turret. At least not just by dumping it in from your hands. You may wish to think up an alternative method of loading your turrets.
Okay. Easy for the person who knows how this works. Is there an automatic?
Is there an automatic way to put things in things, did you say?
Well, I didn't quite finish the thought, but yes, that was what I was saying. Is there an automated way?
Yeah, I might have been trying to be helpful and sort of finishing your thought for you in a slightly helpful way. Well, I suppose I hadn't thought of that as a way of doing it. Play not. Yeah, I didn't even realise that would work. So that would be sort of mildly useful. But at that point, you're still having to. If you want to put, say, 20 magazines into each turret, that's still a rather awkward way to do it. But yeah, that does sound easier than the alternative. Easier than sort of tapping it for each one. I'm gonna have to try that now because I've never done that before. Oh yeah. Right. Good. So I've now put one magazine into each turret. That will last until the first biter attacks, and then you need to come up with something better by then. So, Think about things you've already done. How have you put stuff in things, but in the past? If you'll pardon the expression.
Loaders. And
Mm?
belts.
Hmm.
Can I get something making ammo and putting it straight into them?
Also, yeah, that's also possible.
That thing?
You don't want to have you don't want to have an assembly machine making ammunition for each turret. That'd be silly. Also, they wouldn't fit because a turret is only 2 across and an assembly machine is 3 across.
Do they work like science labs and just run along?
They do actually, yes. Yeah, that works.
Ah, okay. So if I have them going into one at the beginning, then
yeah, then they will feed them down the chain like the science labs do. That wasn't the answer I was going for, but it is a perfectly acceptable one. It is going to mean you're going to have to replace all these turrets though because you haven't left any gaps between them. In theory, you may run into throughput issues with that, but at this stage of the game, that won't be the case. So we'll just rip them all up. I shall help. Do you want me to pull them all up?
yeah.
Okay. It's as fast as I can do it. I'm not a construction bot.
Yes, you are.
Okay, I'm not that sort of construction bot.
Oh.
Oh. Did something happen? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, was there another attack over here?
But I think the gun's worked.
Okay.
Okay. So we need to leave a space between them all and get some automated thingies working.
If you use actual words rather than metasyntactic variables, you might be able to ask me to do things for you.
Okay. Yes. Brain engage. Can you set up a line of? So they need one in between.
So tell you what, you build the first 3 or 4 or something, and then I say, and if you then ask me to sort of to repeat it and say how far you want me to go, then I can do that.
So, am I right in thinking if I do I need a loader in between each one?
Yes.
Essentially.
Yeah. So the ammunition will not jump from one to the next without all by itself.
Okay. So one will need to go into there, and then there.
One tip I will give you, because it's not obvious, is that some of the larger biters can actually attack the first square on the other side of a wall. So it's quite a good idea to build all of this just one square up from where you've done it. I'm telling you this because it's not something the game really tells you, but it's something I've learned through sort of large amounts of experience. So if you instead of putting the turret here, if you instead put it here, then it'll be slightly more protected.
Oh, you put it on. That enough for him?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, thank you. Okay. So we need to get some of these. On the go. Is there any stock in making red ones go into them, or a yellow fine for this? I mean, yellows are easier.
Yellow is a lot easier. I think you'll probably find that yellow ammo is sufficient for the time being. And if you consider if you can try and intend your design to be easily upgradable, which it is, because you can just switch what sort of ammunition you're putting into the first turret, then that's probably going to be, I would say that's going to be good enough. Yeah, and the internet agrees, yeah. How far across do you want this to go, by the way?
Hold on. We need it. I was thinking. Hold on, where's my map? What have we got going on?
I don't have any yellow inserters. Is it okay if I use blue ones?
Yeah, that's fine. Maybe if you run it up a little bit to sort of almost, obviously you can only get, you can't go really diagonally. Maybe run it across here and then take it up to join
that's complicated
these.
enough that I'll need you to blueprint it or show me what you want me to do.
Yeah. Maybe run it across here and then run it up here to join these cliffs, so that we've got a little bit of cliff coverage.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep, I think that's fine.
Okay.
One thing I will point out to you before we do too much of this is that none of these turrets currently have any ammunition in them, and that means if a biter attack comes in now, the turrets are completely helpless.
Yeah. I'll just chuck some. Well, you go where you. Yeah, I'll chuck some. Could just chuck some ammo in for now, I think, from the stock that we've got, because I've got a lot in my inventory.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
A lot. What's the shortcut to just drop them as you go running along, or can't you do that?
Control click or just dump the whole lot in the first one, and then they see the system is working as you intend. Well, there you go. The system is working as you intended. It's quite funny watching it switch over from the yellows to the blues. You might want to switch those early inserters over to be blue inserters as well, because they're not keeping up with the blue ones further down, and it's just a bit pathetic at the moment. Poor little yellow inserters.
Okay.
Oh,
and I missed one.
I missed as well. I accidentally put his turret down where there's supposed to be an inserter.
Right, so let's get this on the go. So I want you making these. So I need iron plate, which is probably going to muller the rest of our iron supply, but then I need to go and sort that out.
That's what iron supplies are for. You can always expand it later.
Yeah, no, actually, before I just.
And in fact, since we're not doing science at the moment, the amount of iron we're using up is going to be a bit lower. Because generally, it tends to be science that uses most of the resources in this game. So at this point, given we're not doing any, we're not going to be using up as much stuff.
Okay, got some over here. Somewhere. Loads over here.
Insert a dance. Zip, 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 zip. Insert a dance. Just need some appropriate music to go along with it. Right, I shall pass you back over to Jen.
Where am I actually taking this? Down there. Just gonna leave a gap so that I don't mess it up.
Yeah, there are some potential problems with the design, but you know, it's big. This is beginner Factorio. There's design problems can be had and then can be sorted out later, should we say?
Oh,
also, weird pieces of belt in odd places can be sorted out later as well. as is traditional, you're building across and you manage to line up. And you didn't actually know. I think that might have gone above the pylon. Yes, it would have just gone above the pylon, but never mind. Wiggly belts are always fun. Okay, the inserter dance is making its way back up the or the last parts of the inserter dance have finished. Then it's just the first 2/3 of it that are still running. I ran out of turrets before I sort of got all the way up to anywhere, but I'll put the wall in anyway.
No, what am I doing? I need room for an inserter. Duh.
Would it be mean to say I've been wondering that for the last 6 weeks?
Hey, you wanted a beginner.
I know.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm being mean. I shouldn't be mean.
I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing if it's not obvious. Right, go and join my belt up here and get my iron plates running down there.
Oh, the inserter dance is finished. We've got all the turrets are now loaded, and they've loaded up to 10 magazines each, which is a sort of a that's what a turret considers to be a sensible amount of ammunition to hold on to. And there's a few hundred more available in supply as well. Are you happy with my work?
Okay. Might not even need this then, because have a look, make sure, see what you've been doing. So we might have got overkill now on the ammo. Oh, yes.
This is where I ran out of turrets.
Fair. Okay, cool.
Well, if I pick your
I
pockets,
think that'll do for now. We might have some.
Got to pick a pocket.
We might have some weaker. I take it that you can run through there.
Yeah, linking directly up to cliffs can be a little bit tricky because they can be unhelpful shapes.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we've defended a little bit better down here. Nothing's come to attack us since, so I guess we'll see in due course quite how effective that's going to be.
Yeah. Given the size of the attacks that have been coming through on the southeastern flank, I think this is going to be plenty for a while, possibly longer than a while. However, there is no harm in having a good, strong defensive setup. You'll never regret. You'll never regret it until you try and expand out down this way and go, oh my god, there's a massive wall of turrets in the way and we have to move it all. So, yeah.
Which is kind of what we wanted to do today, or what I wanted to do today, so that's fine. Never mind.
No, this is good.
But at least that's protected all this where these go.
Now I think the most important thing you've done over here, which I want to draw your attention to as a sort of consideration, is here comes some biters. The system worked. Yeah. So the thing you've done here that is good is that the ammunition is now going to be these turrets are not going to run out of ammunition, assuming that they don't churn through it too quickly, because you have a machine here that is making ammunition and feeding it into them. This is good.
Yeah. Good. Excellent. Okay. So we know that that's run there. I'll get a new research on the go, and then stronger explosives. Hello, a robot. Work a robot. Need to build some robots. I haven't got any yet. Can we build robots?
You can build many types of robots. There's the defender robots, there's construction bots, there's logistics bots. I think that's it so far, actually. 3 types of robots.
Exciting. Right. Have a look. Robots.
Oh, no, maybe we haven't unlocked the other type of robot, so that's weird. I thought we had. No, apparently we haven't.
Aero robots?
No, we don't have.
unlock
We don't seem to have
engine.
unlocked logistics or construction bots yet. I thought we had. I've just not been paying attention. No, we haven't unlocked them. We've just got. That's weird. I'm surprised you can research worker robot speed 1 and worker robot cargo size 1 before you research construction or logistics. I suppose it's bots. But no, apparently you can. I guess it's because if you research just one and not the other, then you need to be able to unlock the speed upgrades of them. So it has to be available without requiring both of them.
Oh, another big biter attack going on.
Oh yeah, on the eastern, no, the western front this time, as opposed to the northwestern.
Killed them. It killed them.
Yeah.
Defences are working, I think.
Yep.
Is this a bit of a weak spot over here?
So there are two ways to do defences in Factorio, I guess. You either play whack-a-mole, where each time an attack comes in, you make sure that another attack can't get through at that point again, or you just build a massive wall around everything you care about and go, nope, I'm just going to go complete turtle.
Yeah.
The biters are quite stupid, as you've noticed. They do always attack in the same places. Well, given the same factory, they will always attack in the same places. However, as the factory expands, exactly where they aim for might change a little bit. So it could go. Both ways have their advantages and disadvantages. It's a lot quicker and easier to just defend the areas that they're attacking, but it might go horribly wrong later.
Okay. How many grenades are we making at the moment? Only got 4 in my inventory. Let's make Laurence be the bot.
It is a valid possibility, I suppose.
We've only got 1 set of grenades on the go.
Yeah, and that machine is... all of the grenades it's making are getting used up as soon as they get round to the Grey Science production area. So you basically, you don't have any spare grenades at this point.
Okay. The grenades take to make. Is it worth getting some grenades on the go so that we can attack the bots? Not the bots, the biters. Coal and iron plate. Oh, we've got plenty of iron plates now going down to the bonds.
The 2 things you're short of, lovely.
Yeah, that's annoying. Okay.
Yeah, this is why I've been sort of gently nudging you towards going out and trying to get some more patches before the ones you've got run out.
Yeah, but in order to do that, I don't have words today. What am I trying to say? I need this, but I need to attack that.
Yes.
It's like, what problem do I go for first? Because I need more of this to create more grenades to attack that.
Now, one of the attack strategies, since there's 2 of us, one of the attack strategies that can work quite well in this game is kiting, which is where one person goes in and distracts the biters and then just runs away, so all the biters chase them, while the other person goes in and shoots everything. And if the person who's doing the kiting is in a car, then they've actually got a bit of a chance of getting away. You can also attack from a car. The car has a turret built into it, and also I believe you can do a sort of a 2-play. I think you can put 2 people in the same car, and one of them can drive, the other can fire the gun and throw grenades out. So that could be fun.
Yeah, that's fair. Right, we still need more grenades though.
Yeah, I have 8.
Don't we?
It's not very many.
I've only got 4.
Okay. Yeah, that's not very many.
No. So we are still going to have to make more grenades and mono the coal and iron resources. But at least if we destroy destroy that patch, then we can obviously then get more.
Yeah, as I was saying, there is still 62,000 coal left in the patch. You're not in the danger zone yet. You're just in the hey, this is something we should probably think about zone.
What do I think about? Okay, right.
That was not one of the songs from Top Gun. Hey, welcome to the zone of things you might possibly want to think about. but it has a certain catchiness.
Okay. Bum 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 bum. Oh, don't do that. Let's do that slightly. Right, where am I going with this? Before I
This is an important question. Who drove into this?
But where I'm going with
pylon?
it.
Yeah. Why are there random little bits and pieces damaged throughout the base? It's probably from my shotgun experiments earlier.
Stop destroying my base. Rude. Oh, no.
It's alright, that's why you didn't link it in at the top yet. Because you've learned.
That is. I have learned. It is possible for me to learn. How
Be taught.
exciting. Yay. Where am I going? Stop it. Oh my God, what's happening?
I'm slightly sorry. Regular says yes, you can.
Is that you again?
We do have a two-seater car, so we can go places. We can go places together.
Oh my God. Okay, cool.
What do you think, chat? Am I being too mean trolling Jen with the belts?
Yes. Say yes.
Give me a shout when you want me to link the coal belt up, and I'll plug it in for you. Because since I'm up here, save you running all the way back up again.
Perfect. I think I'm happy with the placement. So yeah, you can do that, and I'll get on with the
Okay.
the next bit. Making machine. Is that gonna be? Let's try that.
Yeah, you'll be able to grab for both those for that.
Oh, I need some electricity down here as well. What should done up there? Please, bot. Nice.
He's electric.
Need these in a box, really, don't we? Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to go anywhere else.
Oh, I've only got one. Only got one box left. Okay.
And I stole all your wood. Give you some of it back. There you go.
Oh, I need some power down here as well, please.
There you go.
Okay, we are almost making grenades. We are making grenades.
Almost.
Not particularly.
A lot of these things don't need to be fast, as long as you're prepared to be a bit patient when you first put them in, because we will have an enormous number of grenades in next time we come back looking for grenades. It's just at the moment it's still going to be a long time until we get any. What I am going to do is go and steal some.
Do we need to limit?
Probably.
Do we need to limit this, or do we think
you'll feel a little bit silly if you have an entire box full of grenades, because you'll just go, "Why have I got all these grenades?"
Okay, let's do that. And now, see how we go. Okay, right. So that's making grenades ready for our bug attack, so we need to do that. Coal's getting very spotty on that belt, but that's going to happen, I think.
Yeah, you've still only got about 6 mining drills digging it up out in the mining area, and you've got it's because we've just put in a really long belt, and that belt is trying to fill up. I did set it to only fill half the belt because it seemed like a good idea. So it's not going to be quite as bad, but there's going to be quite a lot of coal being pulled through to fill half the belt up. Let's put some real ammo in here.
I don't really understand what the point in doing follow a robot counts if we haven't got robots.
So the follow a robot count is the defender capsules that you were looking at earlier, and it means you can deploy more of them at a time. So normally there's a limit
Oh,
of
okay.
mumble,
So
mumble.
that's fine.
Oh, you're up there.
And then we've also got worker robot speeds. So.
Yes, the worker robots are the construction bots and the logistics bots. Those are the ones that people usually mean when they talk about bots in Factorio, because they're the ones that are actually really, really useful. But you haven't researched them yet. So the upgrades won't do anything useful at this point.
Yeah. I don't understand how I haven't got those as a research yet.
They're available to research, you just haven't researched them yet.
Oh, are they? Oh.
Yes. So you've got the second row, second one in is construction bots, and the fourth one in is logistics bots, I think. Yes.
Okay. Right, I've just started something else, but they're next on my list. Okay. Right. I just haven't
Lasers.
seen
Choo choo.
them. Okay. So we are. How many grenades have we got? So far. How many
17.
grenades? 17? That's not going to be enough, is it?
We've got a few bullets as well.
We have. We've got red bullets.
Yeah, I've got quite a lot of red bullets, in fact.
You have, I don't.
Oh, well,
Am I being blind?
I put them in the car because I assumed we were going to share.
Okay, yeah, I think that'll make sense if we attack from the car.
Yeah. One other thing you may or may not find useful, I don't know, is that you can put stuff in the car. The car has quite a large boot, so you can dump extra stuff in there should you feel the need to. At the moment, I don't think you feel the need to, but I'm letting you know so you remember it later.
Okay. Yeah. You met me, my memory.
Exactly. That's why I snirked.
Okay. We're just gonna go and attack them with guns, or is that a really silly idea?
We could see how it goes. If we get scared, we can always just run back to the shield wall, enter to get into the car. Also, I've put my grenades in the car's trunk, so if you click on the car, you should be able to see what's in there and be able to get them out. I don't know how we're going to get to the biters. Where to, my lady?
The patch of biters. Down here,
Okay.
I think. First. I want those
Ow.
ones? Yeah. Although, I was going to say, can get through.
Right. So as with other things, you sort of point in the general direction you want to shoot and press space to shoot. If you want to throw grenades, have them in your hand and click to throw them. When you if you select grenades now from your inventory, E, and then select grenades, and then see that green circle. That is how far you can throw. The gun will shoot a bit further. The gun will shoot further than that.
So,
click near the edge. Don't click there; you'll blow us up. But click near the edge of the circle, and you can throw one of the grenades.
Okay, I don't want to waste a grenade now.
Okay.
So, and then can I still shoot with spacebar?
Yes. You might want to do that. You're not shooting. There we go. You'll find it a lot easier if you zoom out quite a lot.
Okay, yeah, good point.
So you see, you've done some damage to the spawners now, but they're still up and still spawning. Oh, nearly. That top one's nearly gone. There we go. So you killed your first spawner and second spawner, and I just got the. Oh no, we're in trouble. Kill the biters. Thank you. Right. That wasn't too bad. My driving aside, that went quite well. I'm just going to repair this car. I forgot. Yeah, I've got a repair pack.
Well, we've still got 2 grenades left as well, and 3 2.
Oh, and there's the 8 in the
gonna
trunk as well.
Oh.
One down, infinity to go. This is no good. Yeah, he's not wrong. Right.
Okay.
Now what?
Right. So that's that nest taken out. Where is my patch that I want? We might need to go in on. Are we going to upset this patch as well? Going to this goal?
Well, if you're
or
going to
just
want to,
this
if you're going to want to
This
form
way?
some sort of perimeter, you don't want there to be any biters inside the perimeter. It sort of depends on how you're planning to build up from here. There are many ways. There are many ways that you could expand the base, and I'm not going to tell you which way to. How, I'm not going to tell you how to. I'm going to leave it a bit more up to you.
Yeah, I feel like ultimately we need to attack all 3 of these patches.
Okay.
Oh, there's another attack coming up there.
I would suggest using if you use probably use the machine gun on the biters and the grenades on the spawners. I think that's a sensible way to do it.
Yeah. Is it worth hitting this next? Because it's closer to us for now. Okay.
Same again?
Let's do that.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Hold on. No, let me just grab some grenades.
I should get up to speed. Ramming speed!
Do it.
Yeet. Woo.
Got more. Yeah.
Oh, my repair pack's nearly exhausted.
Uh-oh. How do I get more grenades out of the car?
Click on the car, as if it's a chest, and there you go. There's some in the trunk, on the right hand side. So you just take them back into your inventory as you would with anything else. And you can also see there we've got the fuel as well that we're burning. That's the wood at the top, and the ammunition that's in the machine gun turret as well.
Oh.
Right, there's 2 quite close together down here, so this is going to be even scarier. I'll go for this one first because it's a bit more accessible. When there's a lot of biters like that, that can be worth a grenade. If you can place it so that it hits them nicely.
Like this one.
Ooh, good shot. Right, that's the first nest destroyed. Now it's just just the biters to mince. It's just shooting them.
I was pressing it. This was happening.
Yeah. Oh, you missed a worm. There we go. Nice one. This one's going to be a bit more tricky because it borders a forest. So what I'm going to do is basically drive up and down the right hand side of it. I can't go round and round it because I'll drive into the trees and then things will go badly wrong.
Okay.
So it's just sort of driving past and strafing it essentially, and then sometimes running away because there's lots of biters following us. He says driving into a tree.
I
anyway.
keep missing. Only got 1 grenade left.
Okay, that's fine. We've got still got plenty of ammunition, so we'll just do it the old-fashioned way with bullets instead of grenades.
Getting to see.
Oh, drove in a straight line for too long then. Mike would be impressed.
Ah, wasted the last grenade.
It did some damage. Oh, We're the
good.
car's getting a little bit damaged. Do you want to deal with those biters, and we'll give it a quick repair before we go back in again?
Okay.
Do you want to deal with the biters? Thank you.
Right.
Right. Do you have any repair packs? Because I've only got that much.
I do. I have 5.
Okay. Can I invite you to get out and use them?
Oh, do I have to get out? How do I get out? Enter.
Enter again. Alright, time for you to fix the car up.
Okay. Fix car.
Get in, losers. We're going biter hunting.
Oh.
Oops. I drove into you and it damaged me as it damaged the car as much as it damaged you. Yeah, we don't actually need... Jen doesn't actually need to ping the map because I can see her stream, so it's not vital. But yeah, I've been pinging when I needed to look at things. Oop, took a tree out. Oh no! I tried to drive through a spawner and it went badly. Hey, victory! Woo! I should get out of the goo before I do a victory lap. I think the car needs repairing again.
Good job, because, yeah, gonna say.
A tip for using grenades could be quite useful. I'm not very good with them myself, so... Right, so we have now acquired a shiny coal patch. Well, it's not that shiny.
Yay!
A dirty coal patch.
Okay. I feel like we need to maybe defend this area.
Yeah, if at the moment, looking at the pollution scan, there's no pollution here. There's no pollution going to any of the nests nearby here, so there aren't going to be any biter attacks here yet. However, as you can probably imagine, coal mining is quite a dirty process. So if we start digging that up, then the biters might start to take interest in it.
Yeah, so maybe it makes sense to defend it now. How much have we got in terms of wool and stuff? We got 200 wool, and we've got a future gun turret.
I've got 690 yellow ammunition.
Okay, so we're okay with that.
And 1,300 belts.
Yeah, I'm actually quite low on belts. I only got like 52.
I've put some in the car's trunk for you to claim if you want them. Click.
I'm clicking.
Oh, you're in map mode still.
Because I was in map. Yeah.
So if you can control click on the belts, then you'll claim them all. The other way. You just put them all in the car. You want to get them out of the car and put them in the car.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
Now you have some belts.
Some belts. 1,000.
Yes, 1,000 is indeed some.
What was I? Where was my brain at before we got distracted with belts?
Defences, perhaps?
Defences, yes. Yeah. Where am I going to run those from and to? Maybe from the bottom of this lake. Oh no, there's cliffs in the way and things. I suppose we can run it round there.
Not sure I fancy building all. If you set me building all of that, I won't be able to give you any tips for the rest of the evening. Because that's quite a big job.
Okay, let's get some. Let's go get some worker robots on the go. Is it worker robots?
There's two types. There's construction robots and there's logistics robots, which both do more or less what you'd expect from the names. And also it tells you what they do as well, which is handy.
Yeah. Okay. Put some of those on the go so that we
Okay.
don't take your entire evening up building walls.
Yeah, and in the meantime, you have the stuff in your pockets to sort of to get an initial setup up and running to protect this area. As long as you don't try and be too ambitious and protect too large an area. Biters won't
Yeah.
generally attack belts unless they're in an area that they're already about to attack, or that they feel they've been, or unless they feel like they've been offended by the belts. And biters do sometimes get a bit offended by belts, usually if they get picked up and carried away by them.
They're in there as well. Okay. Just trying to work out the best place to kind of defend. Where's our nearest biters? Over there. Oh, there's a big patch down there.
Mm.
But pollution isn't going to reach them anytime soon, I don't think.
No, and there's some trees between us and them, so that'll slow it down a bit as well.
Okay.
You don't have to build up a huge defensive wall at this point. You could just build up something small.
No. Maybe just run some more.
You'll probably need to get out of the car.
Yeah. I was like, why is this not working? Yes. Not the brightest spark in the box. Actually, at the moment, right, we've got some wood down here, so. Maybe I'll just run a wall. Yeah.
She's off. Actually.
Don't really know what to do. Just running a wall. How can you get rid of that tree?
I
Is
can.
it a tree?
Oh, it was. Yeah, it was a tree. Oh, I'm on the outside of the wall now. She's escaped. Where's she going?
Alright.
How big an area are you planning to defend at this point?
I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know what to do.
It feels like you started building a wall and just then went into autopilot and just kept going. Never to be seen again.
That's exactly what just happened. Okay, good. We just did a wall. Everything I liked it.
Except that dark area over there. That is. We do not go there. That is Slough.
Oh, some sort of different stuff there.
What have you found? Oh,
Resource.
yeah.
Uranium ore.
If you press Q, it'll take the wall out of your hand and you'll be able to read what you're saying. Reading.
Yeah. Uranium.
Mm.
Or iron ore.
Gosh, I wonder what uranium could be for.
I don't know. I'm sure that'll be explained soon-ish. And then that's the nice big patch of iron ore that at some point I need to get
Liberate.
to. But that's more. Yeah. Lots of fighters around there. Okay. What am I doing?
You
We've
tell
got
me.
the coal. Uh-huh.
At the moment, I think you're just glorying in the slaughter. Yes.
Yes. We killed lots of bugs. Yay. Okay.
All right, so we found this patch of coal. All we've done so far is park a car in the middle of it.
Yeah, we need to utilize this, I think. So I'm thinking we put a mining operation down here. A little bit concerned that it's going to get attacked as soon as it goes down, but.
So what are you going to do about that? Just to make sure that it doesn't, or to make sure that it'll be okay if it does.
Might be actually, I could pop some gun turrets around it, can't I?
That seems like a sensible thing to do. And we do have an automated thing that can deal with that can remove biters, so might as well use it.
Okay, so if we just create like a little circle, what are we like for ammo? We've still got loads.
I've got 690, so that's enough to fill up 69 turrets. So they're the amount they'll be reasonably satisfied with. I did have an amusing idea. There is an iron ore patch just over here, and with that and the coal patch we've got everything we need to make yellow ammunition. It's a slightly silly idea. It's a silly idea, but it occurred to me and amused me, so I thought I'd mention it.
We need that many turret. Pressing random buttons. Where's the iron ore there? Do we need to do that?
You never need to do
There's another.
much. It's usually just it's basically up to you what you want to do.
Are you going to go and kill those biters, or are you just want to anger them?
Little from column A, little from column B.
What are you doing? It's just taking biting us out single-handedly.
Turns out it is possible to drive and shoot at the same time. Who knew?
Okay, there we go. So you've liberated that iron ore patch.
Yeah. Well, I thought I might as well. It seemed like fun.
Certainly is fun. Right, let's just start putting things down. Where am I? Where have I gone? There. That reach.
If I leave you alone down here, are you going to get yourself in trouble?
Probably.
Okay. Is that a reason to do so or to not do so?
I want to go diagonally. You can't, can you?
Inserters can't go diagonally, no. You could sort of... I mean, you could alternate going horizontally and vertically, and that's kind of diagonal. Or you could just say, sod it all and build a square. It's up to you. Right, I've put some of the stuff that I've got that you might find useful into this box. Don't eat it all at once. Well, do if you want. I'm off for a bit.
Okay.
Go and get some more stuff.
Bye. Okay. I'm gonna touch it. Right. I'm just gonna randomly start here. Yep.
Wait, don't want to go that way. Oh, this is ridiculous. Too many trees.
What's that?
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. There's too many trees.
Oh no.
It's alright, I can deal with trees.
Where is that patch of vinyl? Miles away. Hmm. I feel like that patch of vinyl is miles away from here to do what I'm thinking of doing here.
Yeah, distances in Factorio are funny things.
Yeah.
I brought you a present.
Hey, power. Power. Um. mm,
Doop, 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 doop. Is that a dance?
Okay.
I said, don't eat everything in the box all at once. Oh, you'll spoil your dinner.
Right. How many guns? Right, we've got loads of gun turrets. We've got loads of walls. Well, ish.
This is where you end up with a loop of turrets just passing the of inserters passing the turrets all the way. I mentioned all the way around. I've put the pylons in already, so let's not do that.
Oh. Oops.
Other than that, though, that's fine. Oh, I haven't got any inserters. I gave them all to you. Well, guess it's all up to you then. Yeah, I gave you all of the useful stuff for building stuff around here before I ran off.
Yeah.
I guess you'll have to be the construction bot for a little while.
Yeah. Okay, I need to move these, but it's okay because we're gonna. Huh?
I'm sort of tidying things up a little bit. Although my line of pylons running down from the factory to the main factory to here is not entirely. It's pretty straight, but it's not entirely orthogonal because without certain mods, it's basically impossible to get a car pointing directly due north, south, due any direction. They're always a little bit off, and so if you're not careful, you get a funny shenaniganery.
Not there.
Oh, failed.
What you doing?
Turret stuff. Important turret business.
that went wrong.
If only we'd research construction bots.
It's just finished. Get these done, and then we can. I'll look into that. Oh no, fail.
Oh, I ran out of inserters. More pickpocketing time. Gotta pick a pocket or two.
Okay.
In this life, one thing counts. Inserters, large amounts. That looks kind of protected to me.
Yeah. A little square going on.
Look at their little arms bouncing back and forth. Oh. Yeah, I just think it'd be quite funny to have an ammunition supply being made on site over here. That's all.
Flying robot.
Yeah, I have to assume, Play Not, that the turrets will take. They have one that's actually in the gun at the time. So they've got some inside their ammo storage, and they're in their magazine of magazines, I guess. And then one magazine in the gun, and that's the one they fire from, and that one can't be stolen. But the rest of them can. So they probably don't fire from a magazine and have it taken away, and then the next turret fires a couple of shots from it and passes it on. That would indeed be madness. But yeah, it is an amusing image, I have to admit. Okay, what are you thinking? Are you looking at acid?
I'd started looking at construction bots.
Oh, okay.
But there's a lot involved. So I need one of those to make it, and to make one of those, I need one of those, and if I want to make one of those, I need one of those, and I need water to make that. Yeah.
Yeah, exciting.
Long.
I'm also reminded a little bit of the turrets in Portal, where it's sort of shown in some of the diagrams that they don't use any sort of magazine or belt feeding or anything like that. They just literally have the turret itself is just literally full of rounds, and they just get flung out somehow through the magic of portals or something.
Okay.
We've got to the point where there isn't enough ammo in this loop, so the entire loop is just running endlessly. There's not enough ammo to fill it all up. It's because I'm a muppet. I put in an extra thing there like that. But yeah, there still isn't enough ammunition, so I better put some back in like this. Right at the top end of the chain. That's 200. That's enough for another 20. Probably not going to be enough. Let's put in another 200. Can't reach. Can reach.
Fighter attack going on. It's alright. Until it's sorted out.
They're good at that.
Okay. My brain is thinking. I don't know what it's thinking. It's thinking. Of prioritizing. Right. What was the the other thing we were thinking of getting was iron.
Yes.
This is the nice big juicy patch, I think.
Yeah.
We've got a few more little bits.
There's a few over there.
That one's the...
Yeah, that's going to keep us going for a while. And the other two over there could probably be tapped if necessary, or just as well for the hell of it, just to get even more. Because they're all pretty close together. So whatever system... Yeah. To give you an idea of urgency, your coal patch is now down to 45,000. So we've used about a third of it in the time we've been playing so far. Okay.
Not just tonight. Is that tonight?
Or tonight. We've used about a third of it tonight.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah.
I don't know what it was on when we started, but it was probably a few hundred thousand, I'd guess. I'm not sure, but yeah.
Iron or the coal?
Sorry.
Is that the iron?
Was that the
iron?
That's the
coal. Did
you
say all coal?
Coal. The iron is still on 156,000.
Well, we do
I can't remember what it was on earlier.
Well, we do have the coal patch now. We just need to plug it in to the factory,
Yes.
which we could easily do. Well, I say easily with lots of belts. Um, and we probably need to use a gate to get it through our walls.
A gate wouldn't
Yes, we.
work for that. You'd want to use an underground belt.
Yeah, underground belt. Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm thinking let's deal with that problem first then. If we run belts or get some mining stuff going on down here and run that up to the rest of the factory. Um, have we got mining things? What do we need mining things?
I have a couple of burner mining drills, but they're useless. So no.
Yeah, I no. Okay, all right, let's have a look. No. Electric mining drill. We need iron gear wheels. Did we set up electric mining
I don't
drill?
remember. Yeah, No Guard is saying gates are strictly for people and vehicles.
Worth knowing, thank you.
He is not wrong.
Bum.
I don't remember us setting up automated mining drills. It's a thing we clearly should be doing because we're going to get through a lot of them. But I don't think we've done it yet.
Yeah.
And by we, I don't think I mean you, of course.
Yeah. I don't think we have. Or I have. Okay, right. What do we need to do that? Iron plates, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, iron gear
Everything
wells,
uses iron. And green circuits, apparently.
Okay, so this is going to take more of that. How much iron did you say we've got?
156,000. So we're not dangerously short. I wouldn't be worried about it. Like if you're going to go and make stuff, that you'll be absolutely fine. But it's just to be aware of it might be a good idea. We may need more of it sooner or later. That's all. For reference,
Okay.
let's have a look. Let's see how much of it we're using up. We're using about 177 iron per minute.
Okay.
I can't remember how much iron I said we had. Right, so we've got somewhere in the region of slightly under 1,000 minutes at our current consumption rate.
Okay.
So we're pretty good.
Close enough to something else. We're already making close enough.
We've used about 20,000 in the last hour. So yeah, there's probably about 7 hours. So maybe at our current rate of consumption, which is lower than it has been for a while, and I'm not sure why it's dropped off. It's probably because we're not doing science at the moment. We could probably go for about 2 streams before we would actually run out of iron. But if you run out of iron, you're in big trouble because then you can't make more ammunition to go off and find more iron.
Yeah. Okay.
Our absolute peak level of iron consumption was 700 per minute. It's gone down a bit since then.
Yeah, quite a lot. Right, we've got some I can't think of my words today.
Green
Circuits
circuits?
down there. Oh, I've got.
That's an empty. No, you haven't actually got any green circuits there. That is the belt. There is gaps on the belt, so that doesn't count as a healthy supply. They're all getting taken away and turned into red circuits, so none of them are actually getting down to where you're looking at. There's just a few on the end of the belt. If you use those up, there won't be any more coming along to replenish them.
Okay.
Coal, we're using a nice steady 170 per minute.
This is all stopped up here.
Yeah, that's a production area that has finished producing as much as everything you want. Oh, that was creating the red and green sciences and isn't actually going to be useful for anything at all now because you can't because you can't make because you're not bringing the other science packs in there, so those labs will never be able to research anything.
I see. Is it worth deconstructing this area to a certain extent then, and
If you want, can do.
using it
I mean,
now for something?
it's up to you. It's sitting there just fairly harmlessly. It's just sort of sitting there. It doesn't really matter either way. It's if you want the space or the resources from there, you can demolish it. If you don't care, you can just leave it and ignore it. It'll use tiny amounts of power just sitting there idling, but it won't be doing it doesn't really matter.
Well, my thoughts were that two of the things that I need are here for this recipe are here.
I think all three of the things you need for the recipe are there.
Possibly. What's the
Yeah.
other thing? Iron plates. Yeah. So I'm thinking making this into making these instead of
Yeah,
that.
that's certainly doable.
Just trying to work out what it's doing at the minute. So that is. Oh. So that's creating those to go into there. And then that's putting those into there.
Yes.
And that's putting those into there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if we
Yes.
change this machine into making
Electric mining drills.
okay. Yes, those.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Do you want to drive us up there? Because it's
Okay.
miles away.
See if I can get lost on the way. Chuk 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 chuk. Happy little wood-powered car. Ooh, let's go this way.
Yeah, try not to drive into a lake.
The good news is you don't go splash, you just go bump. Right, this is as close as we can get. There's a wall here.
Okay.
That's pretty neat parking, given that I just stamped on the brakes and it stopped there. Sort of accidentally neat, if you will. Or even if you won't.
Okay.
Alright. So this fella is making inserters. And
So
instead...
I need that to go. Electric drills. Do we change this box? Empty this box out?
You could that emptying the box would work. Making more space available in the limiter on the box would also work. Basically, up to you how you want to do it. As usual, there's many ways to skin a cat.
Put those in there.
What else
Okay,
did I run out
we
of?
are making electric drills. That's exciting.
Whoop whoop.
We don't really want that to do anything with that, so I'll just get it to chuck it into the box. Okay, so that was to make more of the drills.
4, yeah. And what I would advise now is go off and do something else for half an hour. So then when you come back, there'll be a load of drills ready for you. Because at the moment, otherwise, it's just going to take away. It's going to take forever to.
Yeah.
If you sit there staring at it, it's just going to drive you mad.
Yeah. Get another research on the go. Robotic.
Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to pick up.
Although they're very complicated. Okay.
But they're fun.
What's next on my list? So I need to. How many? Oh, we could go back to our grenades, get some grenades, and go
Actually,
on a bug hunt.
Before you do, I suggest you take a look at this drill production machine and see if you can find at least 2 ways to make it run faster. Because it's going to take a long time to produce a decent number of drills. Actually, it needs a bit more upgrading doing before you call it good, I think. Good, but you've missed the most important one.
Oh, I?
No, that's the least important one.
Oh.
If you have a look in the machine, look inside the machine, and you'll see what it's short of. What it's struggling with.
Iron plate.
So that will be the one that you really want to upgrade the inserter for.
Oh, that one there. Oh. Oh.
Good. That's going to help a lot. There is one other thing that now that you could do to make that run about 50% faster. What is the machine?
Oh, is it still an old one?
Yes. You can tell because it's grey rather than blue, although the blue is a fairly grey blue, so I don't blame you too much for not being able to tell the difference.
Okay, so it should be making it 23 now.
It's significantly better. Actually, 23 might be enough to make a start on the patch if you want to.
I was just thinking that, yeah.
The limiting factor now is the amount of iron that's coming up the belt for it.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Shishyad. Welcome. So we've made some quite good. We've made some good progress since episode 2. She's now on to the point of going, oh no, my starting patches aren't big enough. They're starting to deplete, and going off and trying to find more of them. So that's definite progress. Progress through depleting resources. Excellent.
Is there any way we can speed up the plate production?
There is. I think you've forgotten what that way is, but there is a very, very simple way to make it run a bit faster. So what are the again? It's basically no, not the inserters. If you look at the furnaces are all running constantly, but the other way you upgraded the previous one is also valid down here as well. Do you remember any other upgrades? You've not used them very much, so I suspect you've probably forgotten they exist.
Probably. Let's have a look.
So what is the machine that is currently running there?
Is it we could replace it for a steel furnace?
Yeah.
Or an electric furnace? Because it's a stone furnace, right?
The electric furnace would be more of an upgrade, but also a lot more of an effort. The steel furnace is just a drop-in replacement. It works in exactly the same way. It just runs twice as quickly. The electric furnace is a bit more different.
Oh,
thanks for the follow, Sishyad. I think I'm going to pronounce. Probably try pronouncing that. If that's wrong, then I sort of apologise. But yeah, what can you do? Hey, how did I gain one follower and I'm still on 666? Somebody must have unfollowed. Boo. Oh, thank you, Zolsh. That's no, it's gone up to 668 now. Somehow that's it's worked anyway. It's the number has gone up, so that's the important thing. The number going up is what we like to see. Thank you very much. Oh, good. I'm glad I pronounced it properly as well. Okay, so that's going to increase the amount of iron coming through over this way by about 50% because you've doubled the speed of slightly less than half of the inserters. It's a bit less than 50%. Followers must grow, yes. So I'd say we're offering free chocolate to every follower, but we're actually not. Sorry. But you'll have to find your own ways of growing.
Would upgrading the inserters now on these 3 help?
Look at them. Are they? The inserters they're running nearly constantly, but they are pausing in the middle of their work. So probably not necessary, but it's kind of borderline. So I mean, I'd be tempted to just for the hell of it, really, because it doesn't really matter. But they're basically okay. But there's no harm in making them slightly quicker. Blue inserters are cheap enough that I'm not too worried about the cost of them. Yeah, now you see they've got a nice period of idle in the middle, so they're absolutely fine now.
Okay. Right. So that's those. And then what was I doing before that? Um
How far back up the stack are you trying to go? Because there was the mining.
coal.
You're making mining
We
drills.
made some.
Sorry.
Yes. Yeah. So I think we'll go and place the mining drills in the coal and bring some coal up to the base.
That sounds like
I
a
think
good
that
plan
was
to
the
me.
point.
That is sort of why we went through all of this. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, back to the car with us. Uh, if I can get around my own factory.
Pipes are fun.
Uh, you getting in?
Oh,
Or,
you're
yeah.
driving. Apparently, you're driving.
Oh, great. I can't drive.
You can tell it's your car because it's red.
Just running over trees.
You're also going in reverse, so but never mind, I guess.
Oh, oh, there we go.
There we go. Now we're going forwards to the
No,
Carmobile,
we're not.
the Genmobile. Da-na-na-na-na.
I'm so confused.
I can. Ooh,
Oh,
ooh! Just dodged the cliff. Well done. Oh, didn't dodge that cliff though. Jen is not as dodgy as she appears. I'm not sure I want to be in this car.
I'm terrible. How do I get out of this spot?
Reverse.
What's reverse?
S. Bonk.
Oh,
Now, to be fair, Jen is not on the server, and driving from not on the server is significantly harder than driving from the server. So it's probably not all her being a terrible person. I mean, driver. I think Jen did not play the original GTA when she was growing up.
get out. And then, oh no. Can you get out and you can drive? There we go.
Cop out.
That's just terrible.
It was basically a straight line from where I took over. It was one corner and a straight line, but never mind.
Oh well. Oh.
Regular says he can't drive in single player either. One of the most useful mods I've found for driving is the one that locks you to. I think it's every 22.5 degrees. So you can go north, south, east, west, the 45-degree ones, and the sort of the angles, the 8 angles in between those. But you can't have the car pointing in an arbitrary direction. It will quickly straighten it up again, and that makes it a lot easier just to go in a straight horizontal or vertical line when you want vehicle snap. That's the one. Regular, yes, that one. Yeah. Yeah, playing entirely vanilla is a little bit weird. But you know, it's. I thought it was a good way to start, and that way we get the achievements. I suggest you just completely blanket the area in drills, so just put them everywhere, basically everywhere it'll let you, or everywhere that just slightly covers some coal, because you've got enough drills, you might as well just cover the whole place in them. You're standing in the way.
Yeah, I've just done those, and I actually want those in the like I want them facing the other way.
Okay.
Thanks.
No problem.
And then
That's too big a gap. If
Oh, is
assuming you wanted to put them onto the same belt, yeah. So put in a belt
yeah.
here. See that it is not in the right place. Also, you can go further north with those as well. Lovely.
Mm. Hmm. Um.
Ooh.
Oh,
That was funny. I was looking in your inventory as that happened, and suddenly it changed because the trash slots appeared because you did the research. Why are you doing the drills like that?
I was going to run a belt up there.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. Yes, you're right, Sophia. New resources definitely, because we've worked out that in the first hour and a half of the stream, we used up about a third
What's
of the
that?
remaining coal. So we kind of want to make sure we don't run out of it. I was going to steal some drills from you, but you don't seem to have any left. We've obviously ripped through those a bit quicker than I expected. Yay! Got the corner right. That sounded more sarcastic than I meant it to.
Right. Okay, and then...
I'm probably spoiling you a bit too much by putting in all the pylons for you, but never mind.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
This changed. Why did this change?
You've got the center panel now because you've researched logistics robotics. You've got some extra options that you can't use yet because you haven't got any logistics robots. But they're there in case you need them. They're very very useful, but not just yet.
Not just yet. I haven't got any. Oh no, what do we do now? Flexible ways to distribute energy. Okay, let's do that.
That gets you substations, which are like pylons, except they have a massive coverage area, so they can power buildings underneath them from over a much wider area. So they're quite good.
Cool. Yeah. I was just wondering.
Use your words. Enunciate your thoughts. That's the whole point of a stream.
Yes. I was just wondering
That's why we're here.
what, rather than run belts, I mean, I don't know, is it something you could chuck on a train? And put a train doing?
Yes.
I don't know.
Trains can transport stuff.
Does that make sense?
That's kind of what they're for.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can do. This will be fun.
Maybe we make a train. Yeah.
Trains are awesome. We like trains. I say we. Everybody, all 14 people currently watching, and myself, we all like trains. Oh wait, one of those people is you. All 13 people watching who know what trains are, and myself, we all like trains.
Okay, can we pocket craft for now?
Apparently, yes. Given that you have a load of engines in your inventory for no apparent reason, you apparently can pocket craft a train.
Pocket craft one. We've only got. We've got 41 rails.
Yeah, rails. Yeah, you started making rails because they're part of Purple Science. Purple Science? Yeah, I think Purple Science. So they are being made by the factory at the moment.
Oh. I'm guessing we need to place the rails down and then run chuck the train on them. Does the train need a cargo wagon in order to transport?
That would seem logical, wouldn't it? So I'll point out to you of the tips thing over on the left. The second one down there, it says rail building. That might be useful. That might be worth reading. So you see how the user
pretty similar to.
Yeah, it's similar to belts, but as you drag round corners and things like that, it will automatically do those corners and things for you. It's quite helpful, except when it gets confused. And so you should be, yeah, you'll probably find it comes to reasonably quickly. I imagine if you scroll down in that list, there's going to be a few more things. Oh no, there isn't anything more on trains. Okay, I imagine more things will be unlocked about. You'll be given more information about trains as you do more trainy stuff. I suppose we'll find out. Or maybe you closed all those. Maybe you read the tips before and closed them all. I honestly don't know. No God only plays the game for the trains. No, sorry, he started playing the game because he wanted to play with the trains. That's fair. The trains are awesome.
Nice. So I'm guessing an inserter puts them into trains.
Yes.
Okay. So we need room for that, and then railway. Railway.
Railway, you'll notice fairly quickly, is on a different grid to everything. Well, it's on a double-sized grid because a railway is 2 squares wide, so you can't. Yeah, so it's built on built on 2x2 grid. So yeah, as Regular says, it's good to start with the rails and then make everything else come to meet them, because it's easy to make a belt go wherever you want. It's less easy to make a railway go wherever you want. So yeah, if I'm building an outpost, I will build the railway, and then I'll make the rest of the, and then I'll use belts to bring the resources to the station.
And what happens with this sort of thing? Is it we're gonna do I have to pull some of these up in order to run the rail through them?
Yes, or you
turrets.
run the belt underneath the turrets first and have the train on the outside of the gun turrets. However, that feels like it's not very well defended, so you probably don't want to do that. Hello, Conrad. Welcome. Good to have you back. I'm pretty sure I recognise your name. Can I give you a random piece of advice? I would suggest starting the railway over here, where you've got all of this space available, rather than just trying to randomly squeeze it in at the top of this belt, because the belt's going to be kind of in the way, and there isn't very much room, and trains are quite big. Not as big as in Satisfactory, or at least it doesn't feel like it, but they are still.
So do I need to put these back in? Oh yeah, you're gonna put them back
I'll do it. Inserted answer. Right. So do you remember what the tutorial told you? you see where that green arrow that appears when you hover over it. Yeah. If you click when the green arrow is showing, it'll start the train building wizard, I guess. You see now it's going to now all of the highlighted stuff. Well, if there's no red anyway, all the highlighted stuff will be placed when you click. So if I remove that turret for you, you'd then be able to, if you click now, then you'll build a straight piece of rail, all that for that full distance. You see?
Okay. What's the? Where am I trying to take this to? Up there. I don't run out of rail, are I?
Yep. Yeah, building a long rail takes quite a lot of rail.
Yeah. Okay. Run out of rail.
Oh no. Well, what are you going to do about
that? Need more.
That sounds like the right way to go. Yep, she's made some big improvements. As you say, there's now a suspicious wall of turrets, and vague impressions of vague starting thoughts on related to trains. So we'll
yes.
Progress.
Okay. Oh, we've got a bunch in. We've got a bunch in here that we can pocket craft, but probably need to get more set up, don't we?
Yeah, and that's you had about 40 when you started. You're able to make another 30 something, so that's not going to be enough to get you all the way up to the factory. Even with with all of that.
Okay. So stone, steel plate, and iron stick. To the factory.
Anywhere in particular? It's quite the factory is becoming quite a big place.
Where are we making these things? Remind myself what I need. Oh. Stone, steel plate, iron stick. Stone, steel plate. Yeah, that'll do. I am making rails at the place.
Yes. Is it because I dropped you off right next to where the rails are being made? Is that why it'll do? Right. While you think about the rails there, I'm going off to the loo. Make sure you keep talking to keep chat happy.
Okay. Okay, so this is saying output full. So, is it full? Right. Oh, look at all these we've got. Because it's not alright. So that's going into purple science at the moment. So we can nick some from here or run. Or yeah, get some more. I'll just grab some off here. Let's start. Oh. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so I might take some off here and pop it into a box for now. We haven't got a box. I don't think I used the last box. That's okay. Just pocket crash some of those. Oh, wrong button. Where am I putting this? Where am I putting this? Put that there. And then one of these. That way around. We need some power. Move that there. Laurence is probably going to tell me I'm doing it wrong now.
Wouldn't dare. I mean, wouldn't dream of it.
Okay. How many we got? 17.
17 is not a lot.
And it stopped making them because what's our limiting factor?
Alright, so.
Steel plate are not being made fast enough.
That's right.
Okay. Let's have a look over here, see what's going on.
That's another machine that's using the steel plates. They're coming down the belt.
Steel plate. So this is yeah, this is the belt.
Yep, so they're coming through. Well, they're trying to come through from up here.
Where are they? Oh, here.
Yep.
Oh, we've still got them on. Oh, right. Okay, our furnaces are
cold.
There's some are cold furnaces, and they are the old furnaces as well.
Yeah, and that's not actually the problem. Yeah, I mean, it's something you might as well fix, but it's not the actual problem at this point.
Oh, because we're not getting the material plates. Okay, right. Fix the furnace issue while I'm here, and then run that back to see where.
You'll need more steel in order to upgrade the steel furnaces. So this is definitely a chicken and egg problem.
Oh, good.
However, there is a more serious problem with the supply
Hmm.
of steel at the moment than the type of furnaces you're using. So I'd keep going back up, keep following the problem back up up the tree until you find the actual
Okay.
source of it.
Coming from down here? That's where where it's coming from? No. Two iron plates.
Yep.
Oh, the iron plates being made here.
Yep, that's right.
And it's the iron stones that are not coming in fast enough by the looks of it.
Looks
That
right to me.
right?
Yep. Yep, yeah. It's basically it's the third thing on your to-do list. Going around looking for belts that don't have enough stuff on them.
Yeah. Right, yeah. So we've depleted the resources down here, so I need to move these machines over there. And I've also got some over here that's not, but this is my immediate problem, this belt here. So take that one up because that ain't doing anything. That one, and that one, that one, that one.
I brought you some more drills just in case you need them. In fact, I'm going to keep one of those stacks. That's quite a useful stack.
Thank
to have.
you. Right. BGD. Like that. You.
Don't be able to fit. Don't be afraid to rip stuff up if it's in the way and you can rebuild it, but better.
Yeah.
This is Factorio. There's absolutely no penalty to picking things back up again and putting them down in different places, other than your time. And it doesn't take a long time to pick stuff up.
Why don't this go in?
You're too far away.
That's my dude over there. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I just couldn't see where he was. Oh, thank you. Actually, can I get another one there? I might be able to.
Yeah, you can get a load. You can get more along the top of it on both sides.
It's not just because, yeah. And there's no resources there. Won't go there if that's it.
Yeah, if you take the pylon out, that'll fit in.
Yeah.
You don't actually need to close the. You don't need to take the drill out of your hand in order to delete the pylon. If you just right click on it when you're holding a drill, or even whilst holding a drill, it'll still get rid of it. It's quite powerful.
Oh,
like
okay.
That. Doesn't matter a great deal, but it's just slightly easier and quicker.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Just wondering if I need some more.
Maybe Jen is enjoying playing the game herself rather than just making me do all the work for her. Who knows?
I'm obviously too nice.
Maybe. I'm intrigued to see where this is
Please
going.
move.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Me too. Right.
So it's a thing that someone was trying to tell you, or trying to get me to tell you about previously, which is if you notice that this belt has got basically one side of it is flowing constantly, and the other side isn't really being used very much. If you want to balance those out, which in this case you might want to, it doesn't really matter a huge amount, but because they're coming from two different sides of the two different mining areas, would you like to see a more complicated version of your favourite T-junction thing?
Absolutely. Why not?
Okay, so if I make a little bit of space down there, and then I point them both upwards like that, and then put in a splitter like that, I can then feed it out like that and like that. And what that's doing is balancing the belt, so it can now use resources from both sides of the input to go onto both sides of the output. So now, as you can see, we've got enough flowing through that both sides of the belt are completely full. It's able, and down here you'll see it's able to take. It is taking from both sides of the input down here in order to make that happen. So it just means it's slightly more. You'll get slightly more flowing through, basically. You're maximising the usage of the belt.
So am I gonna complicate things by adding this to this?
Oh yeah, there's probably no point in adding this. However, I would still use what you've just built, because there's another output from here that is struggling or is insufficient.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go. Yeah, that's going to help.
Okay.
While you're at it, you could stick a few more drills in down here as well.
And where?
The very south end of this patch. Because there's a bit of iron ore down there that you haven't tapped yet. There's a few scattered little bits like this bit here, but this probably doesn't matter. This bit down here though is there's enough here to be useful, I feel. And you could just run a row of drills along going onto the same belt because it's already there. Oh, and you've got some dead ones there as well. Good point.
They're depleted.
Yeah. Just sell some of these.
Oh, I'm not listening.
You'll probably find that these ones don't last all that long because they're not on a particularly dense part of the patch. But you know, there's no harm in having a couple of extra drills in there since you've got them available.
Yeah. Right. How is that looking now? It's getting better.
Yeah, I think once all this flows through and gets to the slightly fuller belt that you've got now gets over to the end, it's going to start. Yeah, there we go. It started backing up on the right hand side of it already, or the starboard side of the belt already. So you've now got enough going through along here. So this is good.
Cool. I'm just gonna look at the research because this is stopped. What do we need next? What do we need? Laser turret. That sounds fun.
Pew pew. It is a turret that goes pew pew.
I kind of want laser turrets. Let's be fun.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So we have maximized that a little bit more now. So I'm hoping the issues further up. Still coming out quite slowly from over here, but
both of your output belts from the ore patch are full, so that's as good as it gets.
Yeah.
And also,
so
notice they're moving in a sort of slightly stuttery way. That means that you're passing it in faster than it's being used up. So it's definitely fine.
Oh, so I was about to speed all this lot up, wasn't I?
Yeah. So
Was
now
it the
looking at
start?
this,
Yes, because I've
we
got
can now
speed
see that
charge.
all of the furnaces are running. Therefore, if you're not getting enough steel through, it's because you're not processing it fast enough. So it's not. At this point, now you can see there is a processing speed problem. Hello, Sealan. It goes pretty well. We sort of started trying to make train stuff, and then ran out of railway immediately. So we're now trying to debug the debug the rail production system and find out why it's not working. And it seems to be basically it's a shortage of steel at the moment. So we're trying to boost that. Steel is always fun, as we all know.
Because we haven't got any steel furnaces.
No, usually the train stuff problem is the train has run you over, but in this case, it's so we haven't got enough steel for the rails. So you had an idea on upgrading your furnaces.
I did, I'm sure, was to make steel ones, but we haven't got any.
Yeah, so you need to find a bit of steel somewhere just to allow you to do the upgrade. You're not going to need a huge amount because this is building infrastructure rather than science. So there's a little bit up to the north just sitting on a belt waiting to be made into blue assembly machines. You could borrow that. There is. That's about it. There isn't any other spare steel sitting around, pretty much.
This stuff. So this one?
No, that's stone
Are these
bricks.
stone? That's stone.
Yeah, this steel is the girders.
Up here.
Yeah. You press F to pick up off a belt.
Yeah.
F picks up from underneath your character, not from the where you're pointing the mouse.
Okay.
You're getting quite a lot of pipes there as well, but never mind. Pipes might come in useful later.
Never mind. Yeah. Okay, that's decimated those. I'm guessing
more
that
than
output's
decimated.
full, yeah, so that's fine. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so now I can photograph some of the
Oh,
stone
now you
bricks.
do also need stone bricks. So the other ones you're looking at and going, is this steel? And turned out not to be. You also need it though.
Yes.
Okay, that should be a good amount to make 6 of them. Okay, well that's a start. One, two, three, four, five, six. Have I got any? Oh, I've got a load of steel. I could make some as well. Well, by some I mean one. Let's get some. Though there's no point. Those ones are not the problem. You see how they're not actually burning at the moment. They are fasteners. So no, just replace them with straight up with stone furnaces again from your inventory. Don't pick them up because you're just ending up with all the iron they're holding in your inventory at that point.
Oh.
So just swap them back over for stone furnaces again. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so these ones down here are not involved in the steel making. They're just making iron plates and chucking them on this belt down here that takes them off to wherever. It's all these ones
so
up here.
This one.
Yeah.
These ones.
Yes. Yeah. So the ones on this row that I'm on are turning the iron ore into iron, and then these ones up here are turning the iron into steel.
Okay.
I've made some as well, so I've done the bottom row. So I'll leave you to do the top row.
That's where they are. Right. There, 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 there.
Right, so you've now doubled the amount of steel that's being made. Do you think that's going to be enough?
Excellent.
Who knows?
Hmm. So I was doing that because I was going to make something else. What was I going to make? Rails. Rails. Is this going to be enough? Oh, we need some power over there.
Yeah, I'm just adding a little bit more steel production in because I have the bits for it. There we go.
Okay. Is that one? That one's not doing anything.
It will eventually. It's just waiting to get enough iron through to it. There we go.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so yeah, there is now twice as much steel being made. So the rail is probably being made twice as fast because that is the rail machine is getting all of the steel that comes down this belt. So it's getting half of the steel that is produced. So we've now got 349 pieces of rail available.
That's better.
Yeah, so it's a larger number. I'd say that's definitely better.
That's right.
We like larger numbers.
Yes. It was up here. Is it up here?
No.
No. On the other bit.
If you're looking for things, it helps a lot to zoom out because then you can see a lot more of the factory at once.
Yeah.
There you go, 375.
Okay, so that's making a lot. Well, it gives a starting point while that's busy making stuff. So I'm thinking we go and continue putting that down.
Okay. Have you thought where you want the railway to go to at the other end?
No,
Okay.
I have not. Right, let's see. So this is coal, so where do I want it to go to? Got coal. Oh, I think I'm on the map.
You might find it easier to turn pollution off. It's just easier to read the map, I find.
Yeah.
So this is your current coal mine.
That's where it's all picking up from. So
yeah, that's where it's being dug up at the
quite
moment.
nice because we've got a handy little space here that we could probably run it to. Where is it? Oh, and that's pretty much straight up. It's almost like I planned it.
Yeah.
There's
a little bit of stuff in the way. There's some cliffs that you'll need to deal with, and a lake. But basically, yeah, that's not
trees.
too. Trees we can deal with. We've got grenades. I mean, we've got axes, so that's not too bad. I'm gonna get some more grenades before.
That's my wall, play not. That's my wall, I think. If you're talking about this.
Yes.
Not wall.
Yeah, that was put in because we found there was some biter incursions coming in from a nest that I'm pretty sure has now been defeated. And resoundingly so.
So we could probably take that wall up, maybe, when we get there.
Maybe, yeah. If it's in the way.
So maybe if we start it from this end and run down this way.
That seems easier, especially as we're already up here.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Right, where am I? Where's my dude? Oh, there he is.
Oops. I was trying to follow you, and I was so busy looking at your stream, I ran into a cliff.
Nope.
Bonk. Ow.
Where is that handy patch that I just pointed out?
This is the space you
Is it here?
spotted here. I
Was it
think.
here? It was this space. Yeah.
Yeah, the
So
patch
when
of
we can
the
perhaps
coal is
remove.
just on the other side of the oil processing there, and then we can make this gap bigger. A little bit of deforestation is not too difficult.
Yeah. Okay.
I might have stolen some more grenades from the science production area.
I was gonna say, I feel like you're enjoying that way too much.
Trees, the great enemy. Well, one of the enemies. Trains the biggest enemy.
Alright, I'm just gonna. Trains are the biggest enemy.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Cliffs are fairly bad, too. I think you're going to get through that gap. Not going to get through this one, though. The other advantage of using grenades to clear trees out is you don't end up with an inventory full of wood.
Get where I'm going. So I'm just kind of running
Bonk.
this. Yeah, basically, straight into a cliff. Pretty much straight into a cliff. Right. What is this patch here? Stone.
Mm-hmm.
How's our stone? How's the other stone patch going?
There is 65,000 left in it. So it's not a huge amount, but I don't know, I'll have a look. No. I'll see how much we've used up of all of these things. So we've used about half the stone. We've used about 3/4 of the iron, which is why we've gone off looking for more. This is of the total amount we started with. And we've used 80% of the coal, which is why we've gone after coal first. Method to our shenaniganery. Copper, that's the other one. We've used about a bit less than a third of the copper.
Okay, so copper's okay for the minute. My sort of thinking was maybe running the rail vaguely near this patch so that we could pick up from here.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you might as well go around the left-hand side of these cliffs, I'd say, just to keep it not too close to the stone, because you don't want to go across the stone because then you can't put the drills in, and then from there it'll be relatively easy to join it up with the rail you've already placed down at the into the coal mine. The good news is, unlike some games, curves don't slow your train down. So you can be as wiggly as you want. You can be as kinky as you like. Okay. Another thing you can do, if you hold down Shift, you can place a ghost for as much rail as you want to wherever you want. So, it'll place it down as a ghost, but you can then go along and fill it in. So this is a good way of planning. But if you look over to the right, you can see the rail you've already built. Yeah. And if you press R, it'll rotate. Yeah, so that's a train will not be able to do that. you need to join onto the end of it. The train will get to here and will go, what the hell do you expect me to do? You can also press Control Z to get rid of the ghost you just put down.
Take it all up.
It'll take up the ghost, the last click.
Okay.
So it
Control R.
Control Z, undo.
Oh, Control Z.
Same as every other application you've ever used. Oh, you might have to press Q to get out of the placing menu. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
It's worked anyway. Right, press Q now because you're still trying to lay rail over there, and now start again from one end or the other, and just try and join them together, basically. Yep, that's good. You're okay so far, I think. Now go over to the other one. Hold down Shift. and press R to make sure it's pointing straight up into the other one.
What?
One more.
What's it doing?
One more. There you go. Right, so that's now a go. So you can now follow that, and you'll know you're going along a. Oh yeah, my camera's frozen. That's weird. Oh, I think I must have kicked the cable again. I should do something about that. Yeah, so I'll fix that in a second. Yeah, so now you can just place that, but you've already planned the route, so it's going to be a lot easier to place it than it would be if you're just going. I sort of want to put it along here somewhere. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, well. Oh, is he back? No, he's gone.
I'm still here.
Okay, hopefully I'll be back in. Ah, you're still there.
I'm still here. I'm just having webcam issues.
Okie dokie.
Which I can sort like that, hopefully. Hopefully. Basically, I kicked the cable and it upset the webcam. There we go. Yes, I have a face again.
You're back.
Yeah, I'm actually a ventriloquist. I just have my hand up inside Jen like this, making her talk.
Okay, what's the easiest way of placing over the ghosty
Okay,
thing?
so press Q to select rail. Click on the green arrow, not that green arrow that pops up, the one that was on the piece that's already the last piece that already exists, and now just sort of follow it along. Yes, there we go. There's a nice corner. Click to place that, and then do the next. Do the straight. Yep, and then wander over there so you can see what you're doing, and then do the next bit, and then the next bit, and so on. And you're nearly there. Oh, you've got there's an extra straight in there, so if we'll get rid of that one, and then try again from Q, and then press Q to and then start the last piece of rail again from the arrow. There we go. Go from there to that. Lovely. And Q to get rid of it. And again. Right, there you go. You've built a rail. It joins two places together. Well done.
Yay! Excellent. Right, we need a train to put on the rail and a thingy. A thing that goes onto the back of a train. I have no words today. I'm really sorry.
Cargo wagon is the word you're looking for in this game.
Thanks, wagon. Yes. Okay. So
you've already made a locomotive.
I can just. Okay, so I don't use one of those. And I don't. Oh. Cargo wagon. Okay. And then where is my dude? Up there. Right. Go down here.
Woo woo. I finished playing train for now.
Okay. Yeah, happy.
I shall let Jane explore producing trains on her own and see how far she gets before there's a problem. Why are you looking at me like that?
I was reading the chat to see if there was some kind of they were all saying, "What are you doing? That's not gonna work." Some sort of fuel. What fuel does it take?
It's the same as everything else. Basically, anything you can burn, you can chuck in there.
Okay.
So conveniently, there's a supply of fuel in this very station area. So.
Wow, coal.
Yes. No, you can't burn pipes.
Do we need more than that?
You can put more than that in. A train can carry 3 stacks of fuel, but you don't have to put more in if you don't want to.
Okay. This is interesting.
Here is an example of a train.
Oh. So that picks up from.
Yeah, so this is an unloading station you're seeing in the example. So the iron ore is being taken out of the wagon, put onto the belt, and
getting
taken
it
away.
out of there. Okay, fine. Tutorial teaches you how to.
Oh, there is a. Is there anything else? If you scroll down on the list on the left, is there anything else under train stops? No, there isn't. Not really. Okay. So apparently there is an actual tutorial, but we've sort of skipped over those by the looks of it.
Oh, they're not playable in multiplayer, apparently.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay. Well, you're just gonna have to make it up as you go along then.
Excellent. Hey, right. Where's my wagon?
Fourth row down. Yeah, that one. Oh, I wasn't sure whether there's going to be space on the rail. Turns out there was. All right, there is a wagon and a locomotive.
Okay, so we need to get the coal over to there, so it can go up, and then we need to some inserters going on. How many can you put? Is it
6?
Those pylons might be in the way from my belt.
They might, but then, well, it depends what you're doing with the belt. But there's room to run a belt down there.
Oh, okay. That's not them. They're not in the way then.
It's almost like I've played this game before.
I'll go from this end so that I.
We like each other, really. I promise. All right, maybe not. We tolerate each other, really. I promise.
Hey.
All right, here comes the coal. Bum, 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 bum. Wow.
Of course, I'm not doing anything with the coal on the other side, am I?
You remember how we discussed fueling the train?
Yeah.
Can you think of a simple addition to this area that might allow that to just happen by magic?
We do another inserter straight into the train. Yeah. That's clever.
Of course.
Yay. Doing training things.
It's well trained.
Neat.
Yeah.
So will it know where to stop? What's the difference between automatic and manual?
How patronising do you want me to be with this answer?
So if I switch it to automatic, will it just stop at the end of the track?
No, you'll need to set up a schedule to tell it where to go for automatic. Automatic will go from station to station according to the rules you set it. Manual will just sit there unless you drive it yourself.
I see. So I would have to. I'd have to give the end of that some sort of station and name or something.
Yes.
Awesome. Oh, wrong button. Yeah. Okay.
Right. You haven't placed any stations yet, so it doesn't know. So there aren't any to add. There aren't any that you can add, rather.
Where's the stations? Is that also a thingy?
Okay, it calls it train stop because it's not written by English people, but they're stations.
Do I need one here as well?
If you want it to stop here, you will need a station here. Trains only stop at stations when they're automated. Well, actually, technically they'll stop at signals as well, but they won't wait. They won't. You can't send them to signals, and they won't unload there. But yeah, that's a technicality. No play not. She can't task her AI assistant to schedule them because I'm not going to do anything for her that she hasn't done herself already. because that would sort of otherwise you just say go launch me a rocket, and then it would be then it wouldn't be a beginner stream anymore, should we say? Ooh. Suddenly train stops.
Is that how you do that? Is that how you do that?
Approximately. Yeah. So. I don't.
Is that what? How much do I give away here?
Yeah, basically,
That
especially given that there is a tutorial for this that you can't actually access.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, I will enter the views. Okay, let me read this bit over here. Runs automated schedules and portfolios. Enter the vehicle using enter.
Yeah, so you can. Oh, the train's now full of coal, or this wagon is now full of coal, and so is the locomotive. So yeah, I can, as I'm the person in the train, I can make it move. I got into it earlier. So I could, yes, you can drive it as you drive a car, except you can't. Well, I was going to say you can't steer it. If you come to points, you can steer it, but your setup is currently pointless, so you can't. The good news is if it comes to the end of the rail, it will automatically stop. You won't go. It won't go flying off and crash.
I just say that. This is fun. Bonk.
Right,
Excellent.
so you have found the other end of the railway. Congratulations. So
It's still quite far away from there.
Oh, apparently there is a mod for making the train crash if it gets to the end of the rail at full speed. So yeah, we could make that happen.
Well, can run about. That's fine. Okay, so we need another stationy thing. Stop.
Yes. You did place down 2 at the other end, and you didn't need to, so you could go. Or you could just make another one. Or,
I'll just make another one for now.
yeah, nice and easy.
I see. So you only actually need one. I see.
Yes, you at each place you want the train to stop. Yes, they should always be on the right as the train approaches them. So now, for example, if we back the train up a little bit like this, that stop for reference is called aerospace, just because it was given that by default. If you now click on the locomotive and click on Add Station, and you see you've now got 3. If you select aerospace, and if you now click automatic, the train will automatically go to aerospace and then stop there. You can add in,
Excellent.
So the wait conditions in there allow you to tell the train how long it should wait. So if you click on that, you'll see the options you've got. You've got time passed, which means it will sit there for 30 seconds, a minute, whatever you tell it to. Inactivity, which means it'll wait until things stop happening to it. You can tell it to wait until its cargo is full or empty, which are pretty self-explanatory. You can tell it to wait for a specific number of items. So you could say, when you have more than 200 coal, depart. You can do the same for fluid. You can do circuit conditions, which is if you feed a signal into the train via the station. Which we've taught. I've told you that circuit conditions or circuit network exists, but I haven't really told you about it because it's quite advanced. Or you can have it depart when there's a player in it or a player not in it. You can also add in multiple ones of these. So if you select empty cargo, and then also click add wait condition and select inactivity, then this means that the train will wait here in the station until it has emptied its inventory completely and it's not been doing anything for 5 seconds. Sorry, or it's not been doing anything for 5 seconds. If you click where it says or, you can turn the or into an and. So you can have it do multiple things. And you can get quite complicated with these things. But initially, you'll probably be fine with wait until full at the fill up end and then wait until empty at the emptying end. That's the most basic of trains.
Yeah. So then do I need to set up the station that it came from now?
Yes. Yes, if you want it to go back there automatically, then you need to set up the other one as well. However, as you can see there is a bit of a problem with those 2 stations. And the train can't get to them. So when a train is in automatic mode, it can only go forwards. It can't go backwards.
Oh.
Also, the stations you put in at the other end are, if the train was going the other way down those lines, would be on the left side of it, which is the wrong side, and the train doesn't understand about stopping at stations that are on the left hand side. So you've got two options at this point. You can either put in a loop to allow the train to turn round and head back down the rail, or you can put another locomotive on the back of it or another locomotive on it pointing in the opposite direction, so that the train can go forward. So both directions are going forwards, if you will.
Yeah. I understand. I haven't looked at that locomotive, or did I use the only one I got?
I don't see any more in your inventory, and also you don't have the... you don't have the steel to make another one. Okay.
Okay.
Do I have any steel?
So it sounds like a
I've got some steel. If you get out of the train, I'll give it to you. There you go.
Thank you.
But you make sure you have it pointing downwards, so it will be going forwards.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the correct way around. Right. So that train is now not fueled. Fortunately, you've got quite a lot of coal here. Where have I got?
What,
some
in
coal
the back of the train?
Yeah. So yeah, if you click on the cargo wagon, you'll see the cargo wagon is functionally, it's like a chest on wheels, basically.
Oh, okay.
In fact, it's a chest on wheels. It's a big chest on wheels. So you can just nick the fuel out of that and put it into the locomotive.
Okay, right. So we need to get the coal out of here, though.
Yes.
Does it unload from the right as well, or does it not matter where it
doesn't matter. You can if you want to, you can unload from both sides simultaneously. Sphere is very excited that you've started making trains. See, I told you, everybody loves trains. Trains are awesome.
Yeah. Getting quite low on blue thingies. Inserters.
I have some more. I'm not sure how many more I have. I've got like 125. There you go.
Right. Can I go under these things?
Yeah, underground belts can go under anything.
Cool.
I think. Can't think of anything they can't go under. Sphere says I should go and get you some more stuff. Is there any stuff you'd like? I'm going to go run around the base and grab some more supplies. Is there anything specific you'd like?
Probably more belts. Blue and so I've got some more now that you've given me a load.
Belts is a good shout. I got more blue inserters.
How are we going? Do you want to grab some grenades too? If we're going to go and attack those.
Oh, my inventory's full.
Thingies
Time for
soon.
chest of shame. Ah.
Oh no.
I've got some iron ore. Let's put that in a furnace. There we go. No God points out you already have 800 belts, but you can never have too many belts. Don't want your trousers to fall down or something.
Exactly.
Oh, we need underground belts. Okay, all right. I'll get some of those. I'll also put a load of stone and trees, wood in there.
What else? Have got any?
Probably splitters as well. I'm gonna guess.
We got any firearm? Yellow firearms? Oh no, I've got.
Yeah, I grabbed a few more of those.
Ones.
Grenades might be tricky. Oh no, we're making grenades. I remember. We're making grenades down by the. Down on the southern front. I say southern front. The coal patch is even further south than that now. So. But yeah, there's a load
Making
down
them
here.
somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're down here. They're being made relatively slowly because there's a shortage of coal, but we do have 150, so that'll probably do.
Alright, well...
Fortunately, the shortage of
hopefully we're
coal
starting
is
to
something you're
sort
about
coal
to
out.
deal with, yeah. Are you? Aha!
Yeah.
You have solved that the way I thought. Now, notice you're only actually feeding the coal out along one side of the belt. It's not a serious problem, but it would be better if they're feeding it out on both sides of the belt.
Good. How do we do that? I probably should know that, shouldn't I?
You've done it. We've done it this somewhere before. I'm trying to think where. I think. Oh, we've done it. It's been done. It's not quite the same. I mean, it's sort of done here with the production of walls and grenades. Oh, it's being done here with the iron production, kind of. Although not in a... Excuse me. Not in quite the way I would have done it. Oh, the railway guide thing that showed you how to set up a station that you watched a minute ago showed you how to do it.
Yeah, it did. I know. Oh,
good.
I think. Do I know? I'm not sure I do.
Thank you, regular Sophia
no.
Play Nuts. Yes,
That's
I exploded. You can go back in and have a look at it again if you want to see it again. Oh, and Doopy as well.
I think
I should explode more often. It's excellent for engagement.
wasn't it like where am I? There.
Tell you what, I'll turn off the inserters for now to let the belt clear out, so you can mess around with it without just ending up with a load of coal in your inventory.
I feel like it was something like that. Something like that?
Yeah, spot on. You've even got the bias the correct way round. So, yeah, spot on. Well done.
Oh, no.
No, it's fine. That's fine. Right, excellent.
Yay. I learnt stuff.
Yeah. So now, if you mouse over the wagon, you can see how much coal there is in it, and you can see it sort of emptying out onto the belt there.
Yeah.
That's going nicely.
I've just noticed there's a down there for train kills.
Yeah. Yeah. If you, trains are kind of dangerous because they're heavy and move fast. They can kill biters.
Right, where am I? I'll just make sure. Oh, okay. Can they kill me?
Only one way to find out.
No.
Actually, no. You're right. There are several ways to find out.
Right. Is it gonna? I feel like it should run back soon.
Right, so if you want to know why the train isn't doing what you expect it to do, you can click on it and have a look at its schedule and see what's going on there. Now, there's a number of things wrong here. First of which is that it's in manual mode. And the reason it's in manual mode is because you change the makeup of the train. You put an extra locomotive on it. No, it's because you put an extra locomotive on it, so you change the physical makeup of the train, and that will always put a train into manual mode, just so it doesn't run off in the middle of you trying to do things with it. So notice, see those things have gone green, and if I flick it back over to manual and back again, you see the inactivity one is growing. So that's showing it emptying.
Yep.
Also, sort of that's showing the inactivity happening. So you've had the 5 seconds of inactivity. You've had the empty cargo inventory. That is now empty. Both of those are green. It's on an and. So it is now moving on to the next station in its list. However, there is no other station in the list, so it's not doing. It hasn't got anything else to do at this point.
Right, it's still inaccessible.
Yes, because remember what we were saying about the stations having to be on the correct side of the rail.
Ah, okay.
So
yes.
We'll have to take the train
so
back down again
back
manually.
Down there.
Yeah. Choo choo. You won't be able to drive the train until you put it into manual mode.
Oh. That's not at all annoying. Right. Oh, hello. Why is it going that way?
The train, I guess the train still thinks that of that direction as being forwards because that's the first locomotive. Even though you got in the one at the other end, which is slightly counterintuitive, but given the time in the...
This is fun. It's fun. Right.
I like how
so-
the locomotive is being fueled incredibly quickly, and the and the wagon is being loaded very, very slowly.
So if we put the other stop on this side, up here, it's not going to be far enough down, is it?
Correct.
So I kind of need it here, but then it's going to be in the way of my stop.
So the locomotive will stop at the front of the train will stop at the train stop. So at this point, you've got the front of your
So
train
if I put
is
one
here.
here.
No. Well, if you put it there, then the train will stop all the way up here out of the you're zoomed too far in. You can't see where I'm standing. The train will stop parked out all the way up here out of the top of your mine. So that won't work. You need to put the station about here somewhere. But there might be something else you need to put in before you can put a station there. You need a bit more railway.
Yes. Because if you're doing the wrong thing now, isn't it? It's putting it into the... Right, okay.
Yeah, so it's loaded.
I'm with the plot.
It's loaded your locomotive. It's fueled your
loading.
locomotive up incredibly quickly, but then it's just... but it's only got the one inserter that was previously fueling the locomotive, loading up the wagon. I mean, technically it's working, but...
Okay.
And you'll notice when if you pick up the stations you put in there, because they aren't going to work, so demolish those. Right click.
Oh.
You can now put another one in the correct place. Yeah, I'm not. I didn't really make a recommendation either way, Sophia. I'm basically letting her explore however she wants and build the train system how she wants. Right? Did you see those white rectangles that are appearing on the railway lines when you put the station in a possible place you can put it? That's showing where where train elements will be. So each one of those white rectangles is a locomotive or a wagon or a fluid wagon. So you can choose where you want the train to park.
I actually want it there, don't I?
Technically, you want it one square up from there, but you can't put it there because, as I said, it's on a 2... Annoyingly or frustratingly, trains work on a 2x2 grid, as I said, but a train, each element of a train is 6 squares long plus 1 square for the gap between them. So each piece is essentially 7 units long. So sometimes you can't just make a station one train unit longer, which is quite annoying. So you're going to need to move your inserters around a little bit, but that's not a big problem. However, that station is now in the right place. If you click on the station that you've placed, you will see at the top there you can give it a name, and I would recommend giving it a name that isn't B.E. Westerbarn, because that's a silly name. So you can give it some sort of sensible name.
Oh no! Now I've got to think of stuff.
Pressure.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay. So now you can give the train its marching orders.
Do I add station here
Yep.
and then switch to automatic?
Okay, it's going back
Where's
to
it
aerospace.
going?
It's going back to aerospace at the moment. If you click the play button next to Coalhouse Porter in the schedule, then it'll go back, and then it'll go what? Oh, and turn around and come back again.
Okay. I see why it's done that. I'm guessing it's because it's... No, I don't know why it's done that. Does it need a wait condition?
It does, yes.
It's going back again.
Yes, because it got there and it had immediately satisfied all of the weight conditions.
Full cargo.
So you can see the green bar growing,
And
such as it's filling up. You don't actually need the inactivity specifically.
oh, okay.
It's useful sometimes. In fact, you don't need it for either of them. I was just telling you. I told you to put that one in so I could demonstrate the ands and the ors. It's sometimes useful. Sometimes it's worth having an inactivity on there because that means the train will wait until it's been fully fueled. But it's not vital. Speaking of fueling the train.
Is that not now? And is this one not in the right position, or is it full?
That one is fine. It's just the locomotive at the top is full.
Oh, that's better. Some light on the subject. Okay.
Yes, it's a bit more illuminating now. Yeah, I forgot I was supposed to be going around putting lights in around the factory as it grows. I'll do a little bit of that. Then suddenly nighttime fell and it was scary.
Yeah. Okay. So this is now filling, and then hopefully it should just. So when it's on automatic mode, can you still get into it to just get a lift back, or
Yes.
no?
Yes, you can ride in an automatic train. You just can't control it. I would not be mean to Jen. Don't be don't be so whatever. Yeah, we are definitely, as Sophia says, we're very proud. You've now got your first train scheduled, and yeah, we're travelling up a roller coaster. I'm sure Kieran will be very happy.
This is fun. I like trains. I can see why you all like trains. I like
Yes.
trains.
Good, you are now a proper Factorio player.
Yeah. Now, is that got enough coal to go back, or does
Well, the train will happily shuttle back and forth like this. It'll get here. It'll unload all of its coal. It'll go off. It'll go and get some more. You now have essentially this train will just keep running backwards and forwards, doing this for forever, at least until that coal patch down the bottom runs out. So that is all fine. There are some improvements that you may want to make to this system. But I guess we can wait and see whether you see any problems with it, and then at that point, that might be the time to make the improvements.
okay?
Unless you can think of any off the top of your head at this point.
I cannot.
Okay. Well, we'll.
Okay, so coal is going quicker. What is this making? Just looking for things that aren't running so well.
Okay. Yep, that was the other thing we wanted to think about. Yes.
It's not hugely quick for the green. Is that just because of the
Oh, the green circuit's coming down here.
complexities? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking. Is that quite slow?
yeah. The belt is largely empty. You've got maybe two of the machines. You've got two of your red circuit machines here. This machine and this machine are running at least some of the time. These three aren't being used at all because of the
Well,
lack of
this one
green
hasn't
circuits
even
coming
got an inserter.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't help.
Don't know what happened there.
But also, it's not
I'm
got
guessing
any screwed up there a little bit. Yeah.
it's not got enough. Okay, let's go see what's going on with there.
There is a machine that is producing
Getting
green
those
circuits,
very
but
quickly.
that is all. Oh, train's gone off to go and get some more coal.
Mm.
Yeah, that'll help a bit.
Certainly sped it up. Are we still on the old machines down here as well? Or are they new?
Yes, yeah, these are all the old ones. The newer ones are blue. But as I say, I accept that they don't look all that different. So you might not, you probably don't notice at a glance until you played a few more hundred hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think the assembly
all the
machines
ones
could
that
do with
that's
being slightly
taken?
more different coloured, but oh well. Yeah, those are the only ones that are involved in the green circuit production. So that has, I'd say,
Okay.
you probably
Put
doubled
it
the
up a
speed they're
little
coming
bit.
through at now. Yeah, looking down at those red circuit machines you were looking at before, we've now got three of them seem to be running. I think maybe 2.5. So yeah, it's an improvement. But that's about the best I can say at that point. I think it's an improvement. It's not gonna fill the belt up.
No. Better than it was.
Yeah.
What's this one doing?
So
Oh, it's
that one
making
is
red
feeding just into
circuits
blue.
down there.
That one's just going to the blue science. So this stack of machines
Okay.
are all going off to feed off to somewhere else as well. But that one at the top is just for blue science.
I feel like this bit of belt is just wasted down here. I'm just tempted to pick it up.
You can do, yeah. It's not, it's not doing anything. There's also a piece of copper lying on the floor here.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Put it up a little bit. What is that even making anyway? What if I just made it? Oh, red circuits.
Yes, red circuits, and they're heading off to, I'm guessing, off to purple science. Yes, they're going off to be made into productivity modules to be made into purple science. But purple science is currently limited by the number of electric furnaces you're not making, which is limited by the amount of steel that's being made, which is because all the steel is going into rail production.
Purple science.
Yes.
Oh. This is a problem.
Oh yeah, yeah. As
We've
I did say those were going to run out pretty quickly because there wasn't very much iron underneath them. The patch was fairly thin under those, so most of those drills have run out. There's still enough ore going
We've still
down
got
that
some up
belt
there.
to keep the smelting area at the end of there happy though. So it's not actually a problem. But yeah, you might as well tidy them up as you're doing. I think Playnot is teasing you for having some ore in your inventory. Because he's a cheeky fella. These two are dead as well. Oh, and these two. Yeah, nibbling on ore is a good way to get some extra roughage in your diet.
We're running out quite. Right, okay. Where's the...
If you hold down Z, you'll drop it. You can drop it onto the belt if you're standing close enough, which you're probably not.
No, not.
It's not the fastest way to get rid of ore, but of things, but it does work. There you go.
Okay. Put it out my pocket now. We do need more. We are going to have to go, and
Yeah.
I think the next priority is
Going to be iron in the same sort of way. Yeah.
iron.
You've still got 116,000 in that patch, so it's not crisis level yet, but it is getting chewed through. Especially as it's being a lot of it's being turned into steel, which is being turned straight into rail. You've got 1,600 rail in the box now, and the box is full, so it's now stopping. The rail is now getting past the box, and therefore backing up along the belt where it's going to be made into purple science over here. And so eventually that means that some of the steel is going to get past and be made into electric furnaces, allowing you to start making the actual purple science. That's the whole point of this build area up here. So it's kind of working.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Okay, so that. All right. Is there anything else critical, or shall we go and kill some biters and?
I think that's up to you. If you're going to go kill biters, you might want to stock up on some of the weaponry stuff while you're up there. Grenades and red ammunition. The red ammunition, I feel, is possibly more important than the grenades, although I do have some of each. Armour's not a bad idea. She hasn't thought of armour, even though she's researched a couple of pieces of it. It's under combat in the final tab. There's better armour than that one.
I haven't got enough.
Modular armour might be a bit pricey at this point, but it might be worth trying to steal enough steel to get the heavy armour. You only need another 10, turns out.
Yeah, and loads of copper plates.
Copper, you've got loads of.
Okay.
There's some steel. Actually, I've got copper as well. I must just give you a stack of that. There you go.
Okay.
Yep. And that'll keep you alive slightly longer if the car blows up or you get out and get nibbled on or something like that. Oh.
Is that automatically?
Yes, you've automatically put that on.
Yeah.
I keep kicking the cable for my webcam and it keeps turning me into it keeps freezing me.
Stop kicking the cable for your webcam. That's the answer.
I need to build up some sort of system for something for holding it out of the way. I did have it hot glued to the back of the desk, and that kind of worked. And then I think I either adjusted it or something. So I need to be able to plug it into both my personal computer and my work computer, depending on whether I'm working or not. And problems. Yeah, probably something like that. That's probably what I'll end up doing regular. You know what they say, when you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail. When you have a 3D printer, everything looks like an excuse to print something. Got to be quick. I'm stealing them as well. If you're standing on the belt, you need to run along the belt to get them, whilst holding down F. Those are stone bricks.
What am I doing?
I have no idea. Right. There are lots of iron patches around, which is a good thing because we get through a lot of iron, especially in the early game. When does it become mid and late game in vanilla? I think we're sufficiently far into the science packs that I feel we must be at least in mid game by now. Where are you? Are you down there? What are you doing down there? Why are you bothering the grenade machine?
Um.
There's loads on the belt. And there's loads in my inventory. There's 243 in my inventory. Get over here. Let's
so
go.
I don't need to bother this.
No.
Where am I going? Where are you?
Northeast. But not very far. By the car.
Are we going for it?
I think so.
We're going for it.
There's another 200 grenades in the car's trunk if you need them.
Yeah, I've got none in my inventory. So, have I? Yeah.
I don't know. I can't.
No.
I can't look at your screen and drive at the same time. It will go horribly wrong. I'm driving because I saw Jen with a beer bottle earlier. Although to be fair, I did have a blue label on it. So.
It does have a blue label.
I'm still quite impressed with the drinks companies that they all seem to have essentially decided between them. Oh, there's a pipeline in the way. Jen, there's a pipeline in the way.
Oh, am I gonna have to move it and put it back in?
You could, or you could make it go underground and put a gap in it so I can drive through.
How do I do?
That might not be a big enough gap.
Underground?
My car's fat up there. That's better. Bye.
Okay. Stop being annoying.
You could leave it like that, but eventually we'll the factory will be sad. Oh, okay. You're not going to put an underground
Yes.
pipe in. Okay. Right. Are you ready? There are biters
Clearly
just
not.
over the horizon. Remember, zoom out as far as you can.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think so.
Oh, there's a rock. Ah, there's
Are
biters.
you ready?
Shoot the biters.
Why is it not shooting? I'm shooting.
Shoot the biters. Shoot the biters.
It's not doing
Oh, no, there's another rock.
Why is it not shooting?
I think you have to point vaguely towards the biters. You can't just press and hold randomly. There we go. Yes. So you don't have to
Okay.
aim accurately, but you have to aim a little bit. Oop, that's a tree.
Okay, that's clearly what I didn't do.
Oh, there's another rock.
Stop driving into rocks.
I shall endeavour to do so. Yay! We've taken out that one. Right, I'm going to stop and repair the car. One moment, please.
Good idea. Have you got repair things?
Yeah, I made some more after our last excursion. Right, once more onto the beach. Going on some kind of summer holiday. Right. I was going to say that the spawners are the priority because we want to kill those off first, but you're already going for them first as a priority, so that's absolutely fine.
Oh.
Right, that's one iron patch liberated. Most liberally.
Amazing.
You know, it's just occurred to me, I'm just driving away for a second, I can probably throw grenades as well.
Be useful.
It takes a bit more concentration to do that as well as driving, and so I think I'm taking a bit more damage, but yeah. Right, this seems to be... Oop, there's one more. Thank you. This seems to be about the upper limit of what we can reasonably take on with our current skill level.
Okay.
But that was successful, so, you know, we're not doing too badly. Yeah, the suggestions... Chat is suggesting that perhaps we should be using a slightly better vehicle.
Okay.
Double grenade, nice. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, it's going wrong. Oh no, it didn't quite go wrong. Run away!
Run away. Run away.
Run away, run away, run away.
Run away, run away.
Right, so we're nearly there. There's just a couple of worms left over here to deworm. I drove into the worm. That was a difficult one because there was an unhelpfully placed cliff.
Yes.
Yes, spot
What
on
is-
regular. Yes, that was indeed a Spamalot
Oh.
reference.
Ow. Okay.
Right, so these other two bases down here. You remember how I said that one was difficult because of the cliff?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be able to go
surrounded
down.
by cliffs.
I'm not going to be able to circle that one. I'm certainly not, and I'm not going to be able to circle that one because they're too well defended. We may need to come up with an alternative method of attacking these. And by we, I mean you may need to come up
Okay.
with an alternative method of attacking these.
Okay. What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Bum bum bum. Car.
I was thinking of a completely different approach, although the one that you're thinking is also viable. We just haven't got it yet. We haven't researched it yet.
Ah. But you're obviously thinking of something that we have researched.
Yes. It's something we've kind of done to deal with biters in the past already.
Turrets?
Mm-hmm. Because you can put a turret anywhere you like. Well,
So
anyway
if we
you can
sneak
reach.
up on them and put... Well, yeah. Not that we can sneak up on them. Can we sneak up on them?
Can't really sneak up on them, no. At least you can't sneak up on them close enough to shoot them. But you could set up a defensive line, and then you could sort of make the defensive line into an offensive line.
Sounds complex. So if we run a line over here to stop them coming through.
Yeah, and that would certainly work. It would end up being quite expensive in resources because they would be attacking almost constantly. So you'd be getting through a lot of ammunition. So whilst you could just put up a line across there and block them out and keep them out, yes. But as I say, you'd be burning through enormous quantities of iron. Now, granted, there is 10 million iron here, but it's still a bit of a waste. So you want to sort of that's a good starting point. But from there, what could you then do to sort of to stop the biters being able to attack? In the same way that we've stopped the biters being able to attack over the last 2 iron patches we've just been to.
Wall and turret.
Oh no, I meant the ones we dealt with them sort of up. We dealt with the ones around here. We dealt with the ones up here, and so on. They can no longer attack. Quite emphatically, they can no longer attack us because they're all dead.
Because they're dead.
Yes.
But we can't go and attack these because we haven't got the right vehicle because of the cliffs.
As I said, the vehicle is not the only way to go in and attack. It's not the only way to press and attack. I'm struggling slightly to decide to work out how to allow you to reach the answer organically, should we say? And the other possibility is just go. Actually, we've liberated a healthy 5.8 million iron patch here, the one up to the first one we went past, and to the bit to the north, and just go. You know what? That's probably going to be okay for now. Let's just have that as a defensive area. Let's just have that as an iron supply for the time being, and then worry about getting another iron patch when we need to. Just the 10 million iron is very, very tempting because it's 10 million iron, and that seems like that is a lot of iron. But that doesn't mean we have to go for that one.
No. Might make a rocket. Rocket launcher.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, and that's another sort of personal weapon. It's one you can use to fire rockets. Like you fire the machine gun, but you fire or like you fire your submachine gun, but it fires rockets that go boom instead of bullets that go splat. Sort of lost the point of what I was getting at there, but yeah.
Laser turret. Flame turret. Radar.
So right, let's try and approach this from a different angle. So you can make an area safe by putting a row of turrets down across it. So, for example, if you put a row of turrets across, I don't know, here, then you're going to be safe hiding above it because the biters won't be able to get through there. From there, you could then potentially go, well, actually, I want a slightly larger safe area, so I'm going to put a row of turrets in across here. And if you have them reasonably close together, so that the ones at the back can cover the ones at the front, then building them up is relatively safe.
Yeah. But they're still gonna. We've still not killed the nests, though.
No. But you could keep doing that. And
until we get close enough to kill them.
Until you get close enough, the turrets will shoot the biter nests. If you go and try and put turrets down in the middle of a biter nest, they will mob it and destroy it before you can put the ammunition in. But if those turrets are a short distance away, they'll still get mobbed. But if those turrets are a short distance away but covered by other turrets, then they'll survive long enough that you can chuck ammunition into them and get them going.
Okay.
That's what's generally referred to as turret creep.
Alright. So we need to turret. How many turrets do we got?
150 apparently in yours. I've got 7. And I've got quite a lot of ammunition as well.
Yeah. Where am I?
So,
I'm under a tree. Oh no, there I am.
I'm not quite sure what the sensitivity range on a biter is, so it's probably worth setting up our initial sort of defensive line, maybe about up here, maybe around here. Put in sort of half a dozen turrets across, maybe in a diagonal, something like this, to keep this area safe. So now, if I get a bit too close, and the biters notice me, I can run away, and the turrets will happily mince them. Now, notably, I got to about here before they triggered, so we can probably jump these forwards quite a way without worrying too much. I think I picked a little bit too far back for the first row of turrets. However, note that the range on the turrets comes out to about, well, obviously where all the corpses are. So if we put some more turrets in here, then they're more or less guaranteed. Then they're not necessarily guaranteed to be safe, but any biters that are chewing on these turrets, even though they haven't got any ammunition in them, are going to be at least getting ploughed up by the first row of turrets. So.
Mhm.
I can load some ammunition to these. I don't know if that was 10 into each of them. I'm sort of trying to, but I moved them out at the wrong time. Yeah, so we've got some ammunition in those now. So we probably actually now don't need the back row. I'll pick them back up again.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's sort of rinse and repeat. And I might just be lazy and chuck half a stack into each turret. At this point, to be honest, these sort of biters, we don't need an enormous number of turrets. So this is probably okay. Now let's have another.
Okay.
Start a new row.
Right in front of these.
Yes.
Here-ish? Oh, here-ish?
Sure. Yeah.
Or straight in front. Or straight in front. Yeah.
No, that should be fine. It doesn't really matter as long as they're sort of covering each other. I'm too far away to load those. We've now got close enough that the biters have noticed them. So now we're into the sort of the actually having to go in and do a little bit more. Sorry, now we're into the steps of actually sort of starting to take them on. So we need to do another couple of hops like this before we'll actually be able to start attacking the biters properly. Before we'll be able to start attacking the nest. But as long as we sort of keep going, we've got these turrets to keep us safe. And you can put the next row could go in about here probably. Notice how the ones on the left-hand end of the line are doing most of the shooting. So that's the dangerous end. So you want to put more in at that end rather than the other. But now, once again, they're all working quite well. So it's now time to start, especially as I'm running out of ammunition, it's now time to do the next row. I'm just going to pick these up to get the ammunition back. Yep, good old turret creep. Oh. These are now in range of the spitters. That's a problem. So, yeah, we probably need to go... Oh. That's annoying. It looks like the spitters outrange the turrets. So at this point, we're safe from the biters, but the spitters can still do us some damage. So I think the next thing to do might well be to try and take... At least the turrets will keep the biters off us. So if I go around here... and shoot that worm, I can take that one out. Right, so now that now makes it a little bit safer to move the move things forwards a little bit. Ooh, I'll try and take out the ammo. Ow. So this is kind of, well, you're putting down turrets faster than filling them up. Also, I'm running out of ammunition. Let's pull up some of these turrets. These don't need...
I got some.
The biggest risk of doing this sort of thing is that the biters will destroy a turret and you'll lose an enormous amount of ammunition because you filled it all the way up with 200. Which is, but fortunately, I mean, there are mods for that, but we're not playing with mods, so we can't do much about that. Nice thing is, with the turrets to distract the biters and to get their attention and to rip through them whenever you need them to, like this, you've got a certain amount of safety to run out there, shoot things like the worms a little bit, maybe take out some of the spawners. Ow, I got hit that time. And then go running back to the turret line whenever you get a few too many new friends. Oh yeah, grenades! I forgot about the grenades. You'll have to put ammunition in those yourself. I'm trying grenades.
Okay.
That first one's about to get destroyed by these spitters. Ow! I'm in the goo.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, that first one is very nearly dead. Let's fix that.
I've got very little.
There we go. We need to coordinate slightly better, I guess. Right, let's try it again. So
yeah.
if I can running in down here, I can dodge that, throw a grenade over there, take out that. Ah, biters. I've made some friends, Ah, they're not very friendly. Do I have any fish? Yes, I do.
Any fish?
Yes, the raw fish can be used as med packs.
Oh.
Nearly there. Right, we have defeated this nest. Would you like to do the other one?
No.
Okay.
Oh, where's the other one? Over.
I think the other one is smaller.
Okay, so we probably need to do this other one. So we probably need to start it around here.
Yeah, that's probably safe, and it's a nice choke point as well, so they're not going to be able to get around. In fact, if you this is quite a good one. If you set up a choke point across here with some turrets, they're probably not going to. Maybe right at the top of the. Oh, actually, there's a gap. There's a little gap in the. Yeah. So you might then, once you've put those in, you might be able to come down to here yourself and shoot shoot the two spawners, because there's only two spawners down there, and then the rest is worms. And to be honest, leaving worms isn't a problem because they just sit there. They're dangerous if you go near them, but only if you go near them. If you stay away, then they're not going to hurt you. It's often worth setting up a handful of turrets a bit further back, just in case you have a panic and need to run away. If you step back a little bit, I'll grenade these trees, so we've got a bit more room to play with around here. There we go. So maybe put sort of 3 or 4 turrets. There's only 2 spawners down. Oh, they've spotted us. They're coming. Fortunately, they're all little ones. All right, sorry, I was I distracted them, or distracted you, maybe. I don't know. Carry on. Over to you.
Okay.
So we've put down sort of a few turrets like this. These are going to be fairly safe, so I'll whack half of a stack into each one. This is your panic point. If you're getting chased by biters and you don't like it, just run up to behind these turrets, and the turrets will deal with them for you, like that.
Okay.
In fact, the turrets range over that gap in the. So you see, there's this gap in the cliffs here. That's the only place That's the first place the biters can get through if they're coming up this way. So that means it's relatively safe for you to go down to here at the top of the cliffs. You might get spat at a little bit, so be aware of that and be ready to dodge. But from there, you can shoot the spawners from there. You're getting spat at. You're getting spat at quite a lot.
Yes, I know.
You're standing in the spit and it's burning your feet. You see, when your screen goes red like that, that means you're getting hurt. I'd run away if I was you and wait for your health to recover.
I'm doing.
Okay. You can either just stand there and wait, and it will recharge fairly quickly, or you can go off to the lake that's just off to our west and do some fishing, if you'd like to get yourself some med packs. But you can see your health is respawning fairly quickly.
Yeah. The green bar at the bottom, right?
Yes. Yeah. So you're now at full health again. Your cold has got better.
Good. That would be nice.
It would be nice if we healed that quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a little bit better than the last time.
Right. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the reason it's dangerous is because the stuff they spit sits on the ground and will burn your feet, and it's hard to spot amongst the plants. So in this sort of green area. So, but you're doing a good job of dodging. You're just not doing it. Unfortunately, you're just not doing very much shooting, and therefore they're not.
I'm just not doing it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh no, you're. Yeah, that's definitely runaway time.
I'm not doing very well at all. Yeah. Okay. I can hear my heartbeat.
The goop they spit does fade after a short time, so in a moment it will be safe to go back. But in fact, probably by the time you've healed, it will be safe to go back down there and try again.
I was trying to throw a grenade, but it doesn't seem to go far enough.
Yeah, the grenades aren't very long range. This is why I don't tend to use grenades all that much. You'll probably find that your best bet is just to shoot. However, be aware that when you're shooting, you move more slowly. Are you using red? Oh, you're not using red ammunition. Do you have any red ammunition? Yes. Switch that over. Yes. Put that in your submachine gun. Yeah. There you go. Now, when you shoot, you'll do a lot more damage.
Okay.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Do this again.
Ready? Right, when you get down there, you need to start shooting the spawner.
Are they the what? Which
The building
Which ones are the
thing.
spawners?
The building, the red pulsating
This
thing.
thing.
Yeah, that thing. There you go. Right, run away. You didn't run away.
Oh,
Needed more running away.
I pressed E instead of W.
Easily done.
Oh man, now I'm miles away.
Yeah. However, you have defeated that nest is now defeated. You've killed the spawners, which means there will be no more
Good.
biters there. And if there's no more biters, they can't create more spawners. You know, if you, I was going to say, yeah. If you
Good.
get, do you want to get in the coal train? I'll come over and meet you at the bottom of that because I've still got the car.
Yeah.
Car just made that noise it makes when it's not got any fuel. There we go. Put some coal in there.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
No, I had some fuel, it's fine. I just had to select it. And now I have to drive through a forest, which is always fun. This would be a lot easier with the other vehicle, which has not, which shall not be named.
Which we have not got.
Which we've not researched yet, no. Yes, I have had many of my locomotives have been nicknamed Robbie because they are in fact a coal train.
Oh. How do I get my stuff back?
You have to get back to your corpse within a certain amount of time, and then collect it from your dead body because that's where it is. Oh.
Have I got time to wait for the train to fill up, or do I
think it's about
manually
15 minutes.
take it over?
Oh, you could just tell.
Okay.
Actually, if you open it up, you can tell it to just leave now. If you just click the play button next to Coalhouse Porter, then it'll depart immediately.
Cool.
Oh, 10 minutes. Okay, I couldn't remember how long it was. I knew it was minutes, but I couldn't remember how many. I was going to say 15, but I wasn't sure enough, and apparently I was wrong. Actually, is there a better way to get back there? Maybe. Let's try it. I had to come through a forest, and that was difficult. Driving through forests is annoying. So we're going to We're going to take the scenic route.
Okay.
This level of forest I can cope with, because if there's only one tree, you can drive through it barely slow down. It's when there's multiple trees that it's when it's a thick wooded area that it becomes problematic. Oop. Let's try and avoid those biters over there to the west. Right, there we go. There's your there are your friends. So we've come back round the top here. Beep, 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 boop. There we go. There's it. So now you just can run down to your corpse and grab all the stuff out of it.
Right, move there.
Oh,
If I can do
I'm
that
loading my
without.
gun.
How do I
Your corpse is essentially a
I've not
chest.
got
So
any.
if you just control click on it, I think, or no, if you right click and hold on it, then it'll
Control click.
then you'll
Right
you'll
click
demolish
and
it as
hold.
if it was a chest and get all your stuff. That's right.
just run away a minute and just heal a minute? Where are the
Yes.
gun turrets? Have they gone?
Oh, I dismantled them.
Oh, okay. Because we were almost at the end of the nest.
Yeah, yeah. I've dealt with the worms as well. It's just basically being able to go in and dodge a little bit more quickly, and that's I guess a skill. It just comes to practice.
Right. Cool.
I don't think you did too badly for your first combat attempt. Right, so now we have acquired a patch of. In fact, we've acquired several patches of iron. but mostly this 10 million one down here, which has got loads of cliffs around it, which is going to make it quite defensible. It's also got quite a few trees, which is good for soaking up the pollution, but it's slightly annoying for the building. So what I imagine you're presumably going to want to do here is completely cover this thing in mining drills and then put in another train.
Yeah.
However, it is 10 past 11. So this may be a suitable point to end the stream, or at least to sort of start winding up. Is there anything else you want to have a look at before we finish?
Finished rocket fuel.
Another research is always a fun thing to acquire. Yes, no god wants more trains. He's spot on, and I think Jen wants more trains. Jen has discovered the fun of trains now, so there's no
I quite like trains.
No turning back. It's just going to be trains now. Trains everywhere.
Yeah.
Until your brain melts when you start
I think
trying to do complicated things with them.
Yeah. I think it's been a good, successful evening because the 3 things that I wanted to do, done. Expand territory, fight fighters, resources, coal and iron, and expand the production.
I think you're possibly giving yourself slightly too much credit there. The territory's been expanded because we've wiped out some of the biters. You've got a nice coal supply coming in now. That's definitely true. The iron, I would say, you've not actually done yet.
Okay, we've got the patch.
yes. Okay, we've made that. Yes. So we've got that running. There are a number of places where production could be faster, shall we say? So there are still quite a lot of bottlenecks that need unbottlenecking. But definite progress. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to poo-poo it at all. But definite massive progress. Getting out and doing some combat, getting your sort of feet wet in sort of pushing back the biter nests is a huge step forwards. Getting that coal patch up and running is going to make an enormous difference. In fact, if you have a look up here on the map, you'll see that the belt of coal coming out from the train is now running relatively slowly, and so that suggests you filled up the belt buffers that you have up here. There you go. So you can see the coal is not pouring out of the train at the fastest speed it possibly could. There are some ways that I think you're going to want to implement later or fairly soon, probably in the next stream, to improve the throughput of these sort of systems, shall we say? However, this is working for now. It's working well. So that coal expansion is fantastic and absolutely vital, very, very important. It's a great thing that you've done that. That now means that you aren't going to have a sudden, unexpected blackout that you can't recover from in about another stream. So the coal patch is now down to 22,000. So that's of what we started the stream with. 2/3 of that has been used up. So by now we might have done this only just in time. It's possible we would have run out of coal by now if you hadn't tapped that new patch. So that was how close we were cutting that. The iron ore is now under 100,000. That's down to 98,000. So it's still being churned through at quite a rate, but it's not an absolute crisis yet. But it is certainly something we want to have a look. We want to be keeping an eye on. Out of curiosity, over the last hours, how much over the last hour we've got through 20,000 coal. So if we are only using the original patch, there is an hour's supply left in it now, and we've been running mostly off the new patch since you put it in. So it's a very good thing that you did the coal when you did, because otherwise you would have been in big trouble basically. Iron is not crisis level, but it's a good thing we're working on it. So that's okay. I think it'll be fine until you get that one up and running. And then at that point you can then go round the factory and have a look at where all the bottlenecks are, see what's not being produced as fast as it's being consumed, and increase it. Try and fix all the problems.
Sort that out.
And then then you can start thinking about more advanced research things.
Exciting.
Yeah. So yes,
Cool.
definitely good progress. I don't want to I don't want to sound like I'm being critical or anything, because it's definitely been big leaps forward. So doing very well. Right, so I think that'll be it. Did you have anything else you want to add? Any other sort of specific plans for next time, that sort of thing?
Or another bite in this. Not at the moment. Can't think of anything at the moment. Hopefully, I'll be less woolly next time. Not that it's next week.
Oh yes,
week
so
after.
there'll be no Gen next week. So I might, I don't know, stick in an extra XCOM stream or something like that.
Yes.
I suspect.
So yeah.
It might be. Actually, no. This iron patch I think is the top priority for next time. But then after that, I think it's going to the next thing is going to be looking into some more fun of toys, or maybe sorting out and looking for bottlenecks and things, and then looking into sort of fun toys like construction bots and that sort of thing.
Toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, good progress nonetheless. I think as I say, setting up that extra coal mine down there this one has been the definitely happened just in time, and is a huge improvement. And starting to play with trains as well, of course, because trains are amazing. Everyone likes trains.
I appreciate the love of trains.
And you've only built one so far.
I enjoy them.
Yeah.
I know. It's fun.
Yes.
It's all right. I'm going to add that next week. We're going to build another train for this patch down here too.
Sounds good. Right, so yes, that'll be next time in 2 weeks. So should be, let's see. There's a video coming out on Friday. What is it about? It's about this. The Friday's video for non-supporters is going to be the K2SE one, showing some of the stuff that Tristan and Mark have been getting up to since we finished the main streams. So they've been carrying on playing even though I've not been streaming it. And they've made some interesting progress, so there's a video coming out on Friday that will talk about some of that. And for supporters, there's the second part of the retrospective stream. I've taken the retrospective stream and I've cut it up, taken the chunks of conversation out of it, and put some useful background video on it to show what we're talking about and that sort of thing. So that's coming out for supporters at on Friday. So although you might have seen a sneak preview of that if you've been paying attention. Then next week on Monday, I should be playing some more XCOM 2 and going out and killing some more aliens of a slightly different sort to these ones. The aliens I'm going up against have guns, which is even more scary. And then on Wednesday, it sounds like I'll probably be doing another XCOM 2 stream because Jen won't be available. I'm not going to carry on with this game without her because that would defeat the purpose, and she'd come back and go, "What have you done to my factory?" Some more XCOM 2 then, and then and then again on Monday as well. So it'll be 3 of those in a row, and then we'll be back for some more of Jen's first factory a week on Wednesday, 2 weeks today. So yes, thank you very much everyone for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed, following, etc., etc., and I'll see you next time. Good night.